program for all Salon people and then party them. Sierra Leone Media will be bringing you a variety of programs ranging from documentaries to discussions, interviews, news, views, sports, and entertainment. Our programs will contain matters on development, governance, the economy, and issues that are of importance to Sierra Leone. So, no left BNO because we get Bebe program then like Salon discussion, meets the ministers, the president's hour, and the Gladi program. Look me, I look you. All this they start soon na www.sierragemedia.org. Now who's tem these?
Face, fresh start, the people that Sabiam, and now young man we believe say all comrades for up votes and benefits by APC business because APC now for we all. Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh, where people can call Kalos, he dey go for the APC National Chairman, and he say he go make sure say the APC flag bearer be the next president in 2023 for men babuna by Sababu, but for dance bubu na by Kabulu.
APC for your mintae, APC for your mintae, APC for your mintae. Yeah, Subabo, Aya, Lego.
Gonga na nyo, chende ngunga ibai, eninga twala wongo. Inkolo ngelonga kanga nunu, milabu, enkolo Hollanda, APC bonga. Mwankongo kala APC, alana mihanga, Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh, ningata wimbala, Kalos. Ale longa kupona hanga, APC National Chairman. Okia kela, nuna alo APC hanga, tawimba flag biara, election diaba, apena ha winning gobo fosa. Ami APC supporter, election diaba kehin. Kona kela ngolo Honda peleun, benge. Bubu bia, mihepe biange yo.
Sukwabo, Sukwabo, Aya, Lego.
Owe derdufu kutipiku afmantaroko owaduru ni oila nekpai ankomribe ayetukufof kama munafa kurkan APC business APC tata sube Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh afmantila Kalos otitima ta APC National Chairman opai otininkepa APC flag bearer oyo next president ka in 2023 karusum ko to tasa sababu kereka tomo ombubu tasa kabudu
Sukwabo, Aya, Lego.
Yeso labango, yeso hentingo, funo fala, jama ongari. Sagata andudo el komri, ko ujete e hunduko ko anda e APC business. Fionu APC ko fimeng info, kondo wadi omo benat Abdul Kareem Kalokoh, ko wadi beno dirimo Kalos, imoyande APC National Power Map beon. Ibe holy 2020-2023 baito munyike olamoto kone ata demu ko sabu ko amata bubu ko kabudu.
Sukwabo, Aya, Lego.
Gama ni ndaponya di mukpe mugi golo to da boyo ngome angela gola nupele alaja lo APC ndi yama e beneficium bevase APC imupele over Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh na ninga tato akalos e ma ilo APC national samaiva so ye I make sure lo numuna tulo kulu magma APC tato flag bia ye e wota gbirma mu mulwe jiva 2023 golo makele sababu mia kebu lu egale ba ka kabudu lo
Face, fresh start, the people that Sabiam, and now young man we believe say all comrades for up votes and benefits by APC business because APC na for we all. Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh, where people can call Kalos, he dey go for the APC National Chairman, and he say he go make sure say the APC flag bearer be the next president in 2023. For men babu na by sababu, but for dance bubu na by kabulu.
APC for mintae chache APC for mintae chache APC for mintae chache APC for mintae chache yeah supagbo aya lego
Ngonga na nyo, chenja ngunga ibai, eninga twala wongo. Inkolo ngelonga kanga nunu, milabu, enkolo Hollanda, APC bonga. Mwakongo kala APC, alana mihanga, Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh, ningata wimbala, Kalos. Ale longa kupona hanga, APC National Chairman. Okia kela nuna alo APC hanga tawimba flag biara, election diaba, apena ha iwini ngobo fosa. Ami APC supporter, election diaba kehin. Kona kela ngolo Honda peleun, benge. Bubu bia, mihepe biange yo.
Supagbo aya lego
Owe derdufu kutipikufu afmantaroko owaduru ni oyela nekpai ankomribe ayetukufof kama munafa kurkan APC business APC tata sube Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh afmantila Kalos otitima ta APC National Chairman opai otininkepa APC flag bearer oyo next president ka 2023 karusum ko to tasa sababu kereka tomo ombubu tasa kabubu
supagbo aya lego
Yeso labango, yeso hentingo, funo fala, jama ongari. Sagata andudo el komri, ko ujete e hunduko ko anda e APC business. Pionu APC ko fimeng info, kono wadi omo benat Abdul Kareem Kalokoh, ko wadi beno dirimo Kalos, imoya ande APC National Power Map beon. Ibe holy 2020-2023, baito munyike olamoto, kone atademu ko sabu, ko amata bubu, ko kabudu.
APC now we on party yeah supagbo aya lego
Gama ni nda ponya di mukpe mugi golo to da poyo ngingo me lagola nupele alaja lo APC ndi yama e beneficium beva se APC imukpe lova Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh na ninga tato akalos ema ilo APC national samaiva so ye I make sure lo numuna tulo kulu magma APC tato flabia ye e wota gbima mu mulwejiva 2023 golo makele sababu mia kebu le gale baki akabudu lo
APC we no go
Face, fresh start, the people that Sabiam, and a young man we believe say all comrades for up votes and benefits by APC business because APC na for we all. Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh, where people can call Kalos, he dey go for the APC National Chairman, and he say he go make sure say the APC flag bearer be the next president in 2023. For men babu na by sababu, but for dance bubu na by kabulu.
APC for mintae chache APC for mintae chache APC for mintae chache APC for mintae chache yeah supagbo aya lego
Ngonga na nyo, chenja ngunga ibai, eninga twala wongo. Inkolo ngelonga kanga nunu, milabu, enkolo Hollanda, APC bonga. Mwakongo kala APC, alana mihanga, Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh, ningata wimbala, Kalos. Ale longa kupona hanga, APC National Chairman. Okia kela nuna alo APC hanga tawimba flag biara, election diaba, apena ha iwini ngobo fosa. Ami APC supporter, election diaba kehin. Kona kela ngolo Honda peleun, benge. Bubu bia, mihepe biange yo.
on party supagbo supagbo aya lego
owe derdufu kutipikufu afmantaroko owaduru ni oyela nekpai ankomribe ayetukufof kama munafa kurkan APC business APC tata sube Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh afmantila Kalos otitima ta APC National Chairman opaye otininkepa APC flag bearer oyo next president ka 2023 karusum ko to tasa sababu kereka tomo ombubu tasa kabudu
yeso labango yeso hentingo funo fala jama ngari sagata andudo el komri ko wujete e hunduko ko anda e APC business fionu APC ko fimen info kono wadi omo benata Abdul Kareem Kalokoh ko wadi beno dirimo Kalos imoyande APC National Power Mapbe on ibe holy 2023 baito munyike olamoto kone ata demu ko sabu ko amata bubu o kabudu
Now we on party. Yeah, Supagbo. Aya. Lego.
Gama ni ninda ponya di mukbe mugi golo to da poyo ngi ngome angela gola nukpele alaja lo APC ndi yama e beneficium beva se APC imukpele va Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh na ninga tato a Kalos ema ilo APC national samaiva so ye I make sure lo numuna tulo kulu magma APC tato flag bia ye ero tagbima mu mulu ejiva 2023 golo makele sababu mia ke bu lu egale ba ka kabudu lo
face, fresh start, the people that Sabiam. And a young man we believe say all comrades for up votes and benefits by APC business because APC na for we all. Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh, where people can call Kalos, he dey go for the APC National Chairman and he say he go make sure say the APC flag bearer be the next president in 2023 for men babu na by sababu but for dance bubu na by kabulu.
APC for mintae chache APC for mintae chache APC for mintae chache APC for mintae chache yeah Supagbo aya lego
Ngonga na nyo, chenja ngunge bai, eninga twala wongo. Inkolo ngelonga kanga nunu, milabu, enkolo Hollanda, APC bonga. Mwankongo kala APC, alana mihanga, Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh, ningata wimbala, Kalos. Ale longa kupona hanga, APC National Chairman. Okiakela nuna alo APC hanga tawimba flag biara, election diaba, apena ha iwini ngobo fosa. Ami APC supporter, election diaba kehin. Kona kala ngolo honda peleun, benge. Bubu bia, mihepe biange yo.
on party Supagbo Supagbo aya lego
owe derdufu kutipikufu afmantaroko owaduru ni oyela nekpai ankomribe ayetukufof kama munafa kurkan APC business APC tata sube Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh afmantila Kalos otitima ta APC National Chairman opaye otininkepa APC flag bearer oyo next president ka 2023 karusum ko to tasa sababu kereka tomo ombubu tasa kabudu
Supagbo aya lego
yeso labango yeso hentingo funo fala jama ngari sagata andudo el komri ko wujete e hunduko ko anda e APC business fionu APC ko fimen info kono wadi omo benata Abdul Kareem Kalokoh ko wadi beno dirimo Kalos imoyande APC National Power Mapbe on ibe holy 2023 baito munyike olamoto kone ata demu ko sabu ko amata bubu ko kabudu
now we on party yeah Supagbo aya lego
Gama ni ninda ponya di mukbe mugi golo. To da poyong ngome la gola. Nukbele alaja lo APC ndio ya ma e beneficium. Bevase APC imukbe lova. Mr. Abdul Kareem Kaloko. Nan niga tato a Kalos. Ema ilo APC National Chairmanship. So ye, I make sure lo numuna tulo kuluk magma APC tato flag biaye. Ero tagbima mu mulwejiba 2023. Golo makele sababu mia. Kebu le gale baka kabudulo.
Face, fresh start, the people that Sabiam. And a young man we believe say all comrades for up votes and benefits by APC business because APC na for we all. Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh, where people can call Kalos, he dey go for the APC National Chairman and he say he go make sure say the APC flag bearer be the next president in 2023 for men babu na by sababu but for dance bubu na by kabulu.
APC for mintae chache APC for mintae chache APC for mintae chache APC for mintae chache yeah supagbo aya lego
Ngonga na nyo, chenja ngunga ibai, eninga twala wongo. Inkolo ngelonga kanga nunu, milabu, enkolo Hollanda, APC bonga. Mwankongo kala APC, alana mihanga, Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh, ningata wimbala, Kalos. Ale longa kupona hanga, APC National Chairman. Okia kela nuna alo APC hanga tawimba flag biara, election diaba, apena ha iwini ngobo fosa. Ami APC supporter, election diaba kehin. Kona kela ngolo Honda peleun, benge. Bubu bia, mihepe biange yo.
Supagbo aya lego
Owe derdufu kutipikufu afmantaroko owaduru ni oyela nekpai ankomribe ayetukufof kama munafa kurkan APC business APC tata sube Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh afmantila Kalos otitima ta APC National Chairman opai otininkepa APC flag bearer oyo next president ka 2023 karusum ko to tasa sababu kereka tomo ombubu tasa kabudu
supagbo aya lego
Yeso labango, yeso hentingo, funo fala, jama ngari. Sagata andudo el komri, ko ujete e hunduko ko anda e APC business. Fionu APC ko fimeng info, kono wadi omo benat Abdul Kareem Kalokoh, ko wadi beno drimo Kalos, imoyande APC National Power Map beon. Ibe holy 2020-2023, baito munyike olamoto, kone ata demu ko sabu, ko amata bubu ko kabudu.
APC now we on party yeah supagbo aya lego
Gama ni ninda ponya di mukbe mugi golo. To da poyong ngome la gola. Nukbele alaja lo APC ndio ya ma e beneficium. Bevase APC imukbe lova. Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh. Nan niga tato a Kalos. Ema ilo APC National Chairmanship. So ye, I make sure lo numuna tulo kuluk magma APC tato flag biaye. Ero tagbima mu mulwejiba 2023. Golo makele sababu mia. Kebu le gale baka kabudulo.
Face, fresh start, the people that Sabiam. And a young man we believe say all comrades for up votes and benefits by APC business because APC na for we all. Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh, where people can call Kalos, he dey go for the APC National Chairman and he say he go make sure say the APC flag bearer be the next president in 2023 for men babu na by sababu but for dance bubu na by kabulu.
APC for mintae chache APC for mintae chache APC for mintae chache APC for mintae chache supagbo aya lego
ngonga na nyo chenja ngunge bai eninga twala wongo inkolo ngelonga kanga nunu milabu enkolo Hollanda APC bonga mwa kongo kala APC alana mihanga Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh ningata wimbala Kalos alelonga kpukpona hanga APC National Chairman okiakela nuna alo APC hanga tawimba flag biara election diaba apena ha winning go fosa ami APC supporter election diaba kehin kona kala ngolo Honda peleun benge bubu bia me hepe bianga yo
owe derdufu kutipikufu afmantaroko owaduru ni oyela nekpai ankomribe ayetukufof kama munafa kurkan APC business APC tata sube Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh afmantila Kalos otitima ta APC National Chairman opaye otininkepa APC flag bearer oyo next president ka 2023 karusum ko to tasa sababu kereka tomo ombubu tasa kabubu
Yeso labango, yeso hentingo, funo fala, jama ngari. Sagata andudo el komri, ko ujete e hunduko ko anda e APC business. Pionu APC ko fimeng info, kono wadi omo benat Abdul Kareem Kalokoh, ko wadi penodrimo Kalos, imoyande APC National Power Map beon. Ibe holy 2020-2023 baito munyike olamoto kone ata demu ko sabu ko amata bubu ko kabudu
Gama ni ninda ponya di mukbe mugi golo to da boyo ngi ngome angela gola nukbele alaja lo APC ndi ya ma e beneficium beva se APC imukbele va Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh na ninga tato akalos e ma elo APC national samaiva so ye I make sure lo numuna tulo kulu magma APC tato flabia ye e o tagbima mu muluejiva 2023 golo makele sababu mia ke bubu le gale ba ka kabudu lo
face, fresh start, the people that Sabiam, and a young man we believe say all comrades for up votes and benefits by APC business because APC not for we all. Mr.
Hello, family. Ona, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, and good night, depending on whose partner the world. If you yourself, welcome to Sierra Media, live on Facebook and YouTube and across Sierra Leone via other radio stations them throughout the country. Welcome to a special program today, Thursday, December 22nd, 2022. This is not the program where they close the the program preceding the Christmas. So we're getting ready and we've been promised on yesterday say it's going to be an exciting one. It's an exclusive program. So get ready wherever you are, share. So we get with guests already waiting. But before I bring and come in, I get a couple of people away. They join me today for get a conversation on things them surrounding the topic they can discuss, nothing to do with guests, but just the issues around that. Welcome, T-Boy, to today's program.
Hello, viewers. Welcome to another edition of Sierra Media Live on YouTube and Facebook, and also right across Sierra Leone radio stations. They will get online. We could begin naming some of them very soon, and definitely want to say kudos to them for taking their time for joining us tonight. And we want to extend the greetings to all them and they listen at the various different radio stations them all over the country. It is first time in the history for Kaloko able to do something like this and broadcast to the whole nation at a specific given time when I see it Thursday, 23rd of December, 2020.
22nd, no one pass make it.
You listen at the speed line. So I want to say kudos and thank you to you all and welcome to all the station managers and also we don't take the time for joining me and make sure say this particular program go ahead. Well, Juma, not getting much for say right now. Just want to go straight to the program and do the usual thing we normally use for do. Over to you back again.
Right. So we don't get much for say. The only thing I want to say that I don't know whether it's coincidence or we influenced it. We talked about the audit report yesterday. And today it is out. The audit report is out. We're not able to read it. I just peep. When I say peep, I just peep small inside it. The TYC at Trimble. T-boy, can you believe? Say I see $1.39 trillion over expenses from waiting them below approved for lead and spend. But we go talk about that the other time. But I just want to tell you no more what peep. The first thing was to make my body shake. So then they all bring this program into perspective because we get for hold we leaders them accountable.
But you know, say yesterday now because we talk say we got for raise a petition. You know, say the documents go possibly they already prepared, but in the follow-up and listen to voting at the people's perception over the fact say we still haven't had nothing from the audit report yet. We don't know that's what's happened yet. But like we always say, people are listening and they're paying attention, and sometimes they take actions, positive ones too, not just taking action. But I think it's about time we start holding people responsible. But definitely, like you say, a different ball game than they got now. We know we'll touch on yes, but
we'll touch our next step. So now welcome your other guest for today's program, Mr. Jalo Jamburia. Welcome to Sierra Gem Media, and thank you for taking the time to join us at short notice for Rob Mott's and this conversation we get today. Welcome, Mr. Jalo Jamburia. All right, now unmute Mr. Jalo Jamburia, please. So we go here in safely tell Fambulem Adu, both where they listen on Facebook and YouTube, as well as across Sierra Leone on all the radio stations. Then we join we go name them just now and say thank you to the station managers, the producers, the engineers, who are all for joining us at short notice. Welcome, Mr. Jalo Jamburia. Yes, and mute your listening device, please.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here today to be part of this discourse because I believe, say, we country don't reach the point of for begin put them before we as individuals. And I'm happy to be here, not only because we can discuss certain issues connected with the country, but I want to be part of introducing a new intellectual capacity for Sierra Leone. We are starting with the All People's Congress Party.
All right. So we go make a short today, just an intro here on which we discuss. Then we go get with special guests when the time reach for let it come talk. So we just keep now they edge them when they talk anything way related to where two guests they can't talk about today, because I think say capable enough or can't talk about that. And so we program today Fambulem now about the All People's Congress. We get an exclusive interview with Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh, commonly known as Kalos, formerly of the RMFA radio. I was going to say radio. I don't talk about radio. Road maintenance fund. We now the first chief executive for the road maintenance fund under the Ernest by Koroma government, and now they don't put in hat now the ring and say they want for run for the APC National Chairmanship position. Now the upcoming convention for represent and lead the All People's Congress as the first chief executive officer. Una way possibly no, and for the benefit of the one that we possibly aware, say APC, the new constitution don't change roles. Now, rather than get chairman and leader, but moving forward, then get a leader separately from a chairman. So the presidential candidates or whoever therefore be the flag bearer for the All People's Congress, automatically they become the leader of the party and a running mate become the deputy. But then they need somebody where go there as chief executive officer, where in your work mix up anything, but now for run the affairs of the party for make sure say the party they in a healthy state. So Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh, one of many aspirants, them we say one for that position. So he reached out to we monogam. We don't pass 1 year with the monogam actually. So finally we reach a conclusion, say we go host him here for do an exclusive interview. And we suggest we throw him a bone because the world is a dynamic place now. You cannot do everything in one place. So again, for reach out to all man. So we agree with him, say they do a live and official declaration on Sierra Gem Media, broadcasted right through the country to other radio stations them. So we're able for reach all man. T-Boy, that's my intro for today's program. I don't know if I missed anything.
Me starting your intro for today's program. Just don't break the ice of everything we make everybody has been waiting for so long. Again, politics is not something everybody will say, oh, me, I know which time politics, oh, me, I know the day, oh, me, I for the day. But it takes a lot more than what me and you two see. Because when you look at the dynamics of what in politics stand for Nasalon right now, it's totally different. The direction we forefathers then they take in politics has changed. I would say now this is a new era for politics. We don't start Nasalon for the past 15, 20 years. And I think you don't get almost everybody involved. When I say everybody involved, there is no such thing like grassroots anymore, meaning grassroots now people that we don't know nothing but politics and again money, they're not influential. That has changed because the momentum of how we look at grassroots is not the same today. So politics don't get a different platform in Sierra Leone, and we don't see what has happened over the years. What in politics don't bring, those kind of changes you don't make. But I totally agree with you. Again, for this kind of broadcast, I think that also has shown the wavelength at which political broadcasts they go now. Simultaneously, for puts together radio stations all over the country, for get people and for manage all those radio stations and make sure say this broadcast reach out to each and every Sierra Leonean in every corner of the country. It shows how much of the dynamics with politics don't change Nasalon. No difference, cannot compare it, and it makes a lot of sense for use then kind of medium here. So for reach out to the people who are always the construct concern, whether I'm already crew bola, whether I'm already tefaya, whether I'm already robbing. These are some of the possibilities, and this is why it is happening now. So Juma, I agree with you.
Thank you so much. Let's go to Mr. Boyjalo Jamboria. Mr. Boyjalo Jamboria, I would say now we bridge right now between the old and the new. So you don't know how politics.
Now we anchor belt.
Now we anchor belt.
Is the foot of state.
The foot of state. So what do you think about this style of reaching out to the people, engaging, and declaration? Because Trado don't used to that thing where you go get our people in one hall, one field, all man beats, dance, eat boku, t-shirts, and all of those kind of things. Is that what politics should be about, or is it about the message, the substance, and things like that?
Well, I would say both.
Okay.
But there is one fact that is unavoidable. We are living in the 21st century where technology has made the world into a global village. It's a fact that we need to begin to recognize in Sierra Leone. It's a fact that we are using now to send a clear message that politics as usual is about to change. That whoever they go into politics, they get for be aware, say, the world, they see you now, then they listen to you. And that what you tell the people, them say you get for can't do, when you go there, you for do them. In politics, they get what they call you entrance legitimacy, where they campaign, what you they talk, you manifesto, you this, you that. Then we then at the office, what you they do? They call on the performance legitimacy. Now, what do they do so today? we did tell the Sierra Leonean populace and we did tell the Sierra Leone diaspora, say, Sierra Leone is ready to change. And I am very sure that the candidate that we shall be introducing today has the capacity for accommodate that change. It's no longer politics as usual, it's politics with efficiency, trust, those two things. Now we introduce so today. This is a milestone that Sierra Leoneans should always remember, that for once we come digitally, we talk to everybody in Sierra Leone, we talk to the Sierra Leonean diaspora, we talk to the international community using just one single medium, Sierra Gem Media. And thank you guys for doing that.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Boyejalo Jambo. Are you saying that right now we are broadcasting? I'm sitting in the United States, T-Boy in the UK, Mr. Boyejalo Jamboya in Norway, people watching from all over the globe, and we have 17 radio stations tuning right in across Sierra Leone. So let me name them. You know, by district, of course. For example, we get Makeni, we get Hope FM, FM 93.3, connected with we, Koinadugu, Shalom Radio Kabbalah, FM 98.5, Falaba, Shalom Radio Mongo Bendugu, FM 93.3, Tonkolili SLBC Magoka, FM 94.1, and then you get Karena, Radio Sela Okento, FM 94.0, Cambia, Radio Colenten, and then you get Putloko, Radio Bankasoka 97.5. Then we come to Western region, we get Rural, Voice of Peace and Development, Radio Vopad 96.5. Then West, we get Star Radio FM 103.4. East District Radio Tumak 89.3. Then we go to the Southern region, you get Bo, Classic Radio 99.7, Moyamba, Radio Modka 94.9, Pujehun, Radio Wanjai 101.1, Bonth, Radio Bontico 96.9. Then you get the Eastern region, Kailahun, Jelahun, Radio Shebwema Town, FM 107.7, Kenema, Starlight Radio, FM 98.5, and Kono, the Diamond District, Usai Tiboy Komot, Voice of Kono Radio, FM 98.1. Imagine, we get all the wires, so then we'll get the opportunity today for listening to Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh, Kalos, of the All People's Congress, where it come talk to we can't grill us small, because we don't tell now, say Agem Media, anybody we want go here and we want for talk to you, because we believe that also say through art for talk, but now no more they bring peace. And when we talk to Andon, it will get an opportunity for read in vision to win an informal declaration. T-Boy, as we can round up this session, what do you have to say right now?
Now, just the facts number say some of the radio stations, the way you call, first time for actually believe, say not to fake them, they exist. Exist in the sense, I already radio Bankasuka, I mean, if it is not just slangs no more, that's something that they exist. Well, of course, it does exist, but I want to say kudos to them, because at the end of the day, we collaborate in this kind of ways in intervention, and as we say, everybody has to play their role in politics in Sierra Leone. So their own role in politics is to disseminate information, and positive information, negative information, sometimes they don't have the choice. Sometimes their platforms are just there to be used or utilized. And again, we look at all the kind of medium they are, so and say, let's all try to be positive and make sure, say, anything with the broadcast now, we station, then get for be positive things then. We might not like certain things, but as long as they are positive. We might not favor certain things for certain people, but as long as their messages, their information that they are passing on to people are positive means of information that will benefit them. So my emphasis here tonight is for making sure that all those people continue their good work. I know say they're getting faced with so many challenges, them, internet problem, connection problem, devices problem. It's a lot. So basically, kudos to them, because it's something that is not that easy. For able to do this broadcast globally, this is not national, this is a global event. So forget everybody from different parts of the world, forget everybody in Sierra Leone from different parts of Sierra Leone. It's nothing that we will be thinking about 30, 40 years back down the line. But just imagine what is going to happen 20 years from now. Will it be the same? No, different. But at least we have the people who have the capacity to be able to endure the current state of technological improvements, able to adapt and say, we can do this, we can try, we can implement, and do the best we can to make sure they happen. So it is a great achievement by all of us for making sure that this particular event they happen tonight. So that is what I want to say on behalf of everything we don't see in terms of the radio stations and connectivity.
Right. Thank you so much, T-Boy. And of course, information is power. Technology is here to stay. It's what you do with it. This don't show we say, when they say, oh, social media bad, oh, the internet is bad, it is that. No, it has proven that, again, more benefit, the benefits outweighs the downside of it. And kudos to Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh and in team for, we challenge them. We tell them, say, there are styles that, you know, ways then they for each. Oh, how would I go do this? We know, say, where soup sweets na money kill and then spend boku money. But it proved so we say, and in team, then cable for do something different. We not see nobody, no fed. So it's about message. Where a leader possibly believe in himself, he will come out and talk to the people and engage them and convince them rather than for go fed some side, go cause confusion. Mr. Boy Jalo Jamboya. What do you, is this, it don't set a pace for others or follow within the APC and other parties and all, because I don't see a lot of other declaration or meetings that will cause so much problem in terms of engaging the people. Yeah, let me unmute Mr. Boyjalo Jamboya, please.
Well, as I said previously, we are living in the 21st century. And we cannot continue to do business as usual. This broadcast, as it is now, a pace setter for Sierra Leone. Pace setter in the sense that they not only impact what you would do today, they get for impact what you get for follow from now on. Because one of the issues we'll get in Sierra Leone is our institutions that we call political parties have limitations in their functioning capacities. But now that we don't begin to bring somebody on board, where we challenge, say, let we do this, let we make sure, say, we go down to the least corner in Sierra Leone, let we go to the least corner in the world and tell them you have this intention, we are pointing to one fact. And this goes not only for the APC party, but for all political parties in Sierra Leone. It's time we modernize. And modernization begins with the way we think. Let us change what is in the head. Let us look at the positive sides of life and how we are going to make the best use of technology to fast-track development in our motherland.
Thank you so much. If we reach this point, I'm not going to hold too much. Let we try forget we guests for come with we soon and can talk to the people. If you just join we, you're listening and watching Sierra Gem Media live on Facebook and YouTube, and also across the country through partner radio stations them all over the country. We decide for you know, air this broadcast, and courtesy to the Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh in team, Kalos in team for putting this together. And we appreciate all the radio engineers, producers, and DJs them with we tonight. Please make sure, say, if you watch, we share so other people will benefit for listening to Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh doing this exclusive interview. And at some point, we will give him an opportunity for let it declare a message to the people why a 141, because The interview they will get for interview, the question they will get for ask now questions then for let it tell we, but possibly get in your message, specific message for talk to the APC people we get for be delegates, as well as the one the way they influence the delegate them, because if we're not able to listen to a chairman, a convince una, a would-be chairman, a convince una, then possibly una go vote for him. But you go only vote for if you're able for every message. So now I make you get for listen attentively wherever you listen from. T-Boy, over to you before we get to guest in today.
Right, like you clearly say, you get for pay attention to the message, and if you want to take note of the message. If you want to ask question, drop the question on the chat line, and we will follow up with some questions later on. Yes, definitely. I think we're all set, ready to go. I think the ball is over to you, and I will do the Ronaldo and Messi if I need to. But at the moment, not yet. Pass the ball to me, like I do Ronaldo and Messi. Yes, sure. Mr. Boy, you know, say that the playing field 11. But guess what? We know the Messi and the Ronaldos and the who are the new kid on the block right now where they on beat.
Today I'm playing the Casemiro role. I'm the defensive midfielder.
All right.
No problem.
Well, just for Leonardo, once we're done with Mr. Kaloko in session, we will get a session for analyze what he can tell you, but we don't know what he's going to talk about, and see whether we get follow-up questions. And of course, if there's an opportunity for open the phone line for discuss, and we will. If not, we'll just discuss now the chat group as we go along. So, family where they listen to me una host na Juma Ba, and alongside Sylvester T-Boy Dugba on Sierra Leone Media Live on Facebook and YouTube, and of course across the country through radio partners them. And of course, this not being possible without we able technical director, Mr. Obafemi Pama. Thank you so much. We cannot do without you. We get now we meet today, Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh, sir.
What's the name? Look for call your full name. But you call me full name then.
Listen, I'm a full name that one day. If I call me full name, I lost na soup. I lost na soup. My full name like that, Juma Ba. Yes, that's the trademark name. That's what you need to go by. We get with Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh, Kalos, former executive chairman or chief executive for the Road Maintenance Fund under the President Ernest Koroma government. He served, and now he decides say in party the All People's Congress need in service. They need in service through and through. So a one go sit down for serving party as the next national chairman. And we did get time for can talk to them. Why that? But before that, let me welcome Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh. Kalos, welcome to Sierra Leone Media formally. And for the first time, we're happy to have you here. And we guest them now, the Facebook and YouTube, they listen to you. And people across Sierra Leone will possibly then sabi you by face, some not sabi by face, some sabi you name, some don't know what you don't do in the country, and other people don't benefit from what you don't do in the country where you be deserved. So welcome and tell Fambule Madu.
Thank you very much, Juma, T-Boy, Femi, and Sierra Leone. Fambulem, my comrades, na Salon and the diaspora, unado, mina Abdul Kareem Kalokoh, una comrade.
All right, Mr. Kaloko, welcome. So how the Christmas first? Let's try first. Let me buy you. How do you go to the Republic Day with this Christmas? We want to know that first.
Well, on my own part, I don't know. And I believe say most of the fellow citizens in Sierra Leone will not see the Christmas in Juma. I don't know to Unayanda if Christmas today, but to Winaya, Christmas no day, the place is dull. But interestingly, the APC don't help with small since politics don't kick off. I guess they keep we busy. So we on Christmas na politics.
Yeah, so na politics Christmas when they play. Well, I think na politics Christmas this year, and I'm going jump country them, jump salon. The only where Mr. Boy Jalo Jamboy again they gift them for can't deliver. I no go salon. They go na Guinea, Liberia, jump salon. I make una not see Christmas.
Well, Mr. T-Boy.
Me on Christmas, a day, because yesterday I tried for celebrate Christmas and I make my own Christmas hat as usual. See, I mean, official Christmas hat, nobody get his Christmas hat all over the world. So my own Christmas actually started yesterday, but I don't know whether not the same Christmas world experience. But I know say no more. I was very happy, peaceful, calmly ready for usher in my own border. We don't spend Christmas with me for 25 years. So yesterday was a pleasant day for announce and publicly say, Mr. Femi Pama, welcome to UK Christmas after 25
wonderful. All right, thank you, T-Boy. So, Mr. Kaloko, but at least there's so much to be thankful for, right? Life, other things.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Much as the Christmas is, Christmassy.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Juma. I mean, as a Muslim, I always learn, say, when you sleep, you wake the next day, nothing on you, you get life, you're able to breathe normally. It's always Christmas. So that's something for be thankful to God for.
Exactly. And that gives you hope for the future,
It does. It does.
Yeah.
It does.
So, Mr. Kaloko, now you're in our platform for the first time, people, they will know you, so we want to let you formally, because whatever me do or the panel now also do, we cannot do justice to introduce you. You know yourself past anybody else. We want to let you introduce yourself to the people where they listen, and tell me about yourself. Who that's now Abdul Kareem Kalokoh, Kalos.
Thank you very much, Juma. Famulem, comrades, I go say again, say, Mina Abdul Kareem Kalokoh. My parents of blessed memory, na people that we hail from Koya Chiefdom na Kaloko district. They move go Makeni, when I didn't go settle, then born with it. And me, Abdul Kareem Kalokoh, I start my school na the RC school, RC primary school na Makeni. I proceed to St. Francis Secondary School. In the early days of the childhood and early adult life, I spent mostly between Makeni and Koya Chiefdom na Kaloko district, because we school open, they go Makeni for go school, a school locks, so then they bring we come back na Koya Chiefdom for holiday. Na both parents them villages them. After my secondary school, I go Frobe College briefly before I go work na Bank of Sierra Leone, and in 1987 I go to the UK for go study. I study and I work and I live there for about 15 years before I turn back to Sierra Leone in 2002.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. You see, people it compress all things. If I'm be ready for talk, I get for go pass around first for begin explain the thing they not necessary. When go direct so everything. So who that not be know who that Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh, now you don't know. Now somebody way cut across, a come up with Kaloko, a big Makeni, a go school na Vritor, a go overseas, a come back, a can walk, So now married all around, it don't get the village experience, national experience, and international experience. So now I'm Portsman. Anyway, so now come to politics. We consider politics to the talk, but now ask you about the position. We already say you want to be chairman, national chairman for the All People's Congress. So how you go best describe yourself as a politician and a politician we go for be chairman for the APC party?
Well, Juma, me na politician we believe in integrity, because many a time we don't hear people and they say politics not dirty game. So they say politics not a game of deceit. Me not a politician, we believe in the end day. By my very nature and my character, me na person way I value my integrity, and me na a politician we are not prepared for trade my integrity. And as chairman, I want to be that chairman of the All People's Congress. We inclusive. I believe in consensus. I believe in diversity of opinion, because there is a lot of strength in diversity. When you allow You one grade, you they only see one side of the picture. When somebody else see another side of the picture, another person see another side of the picture, when you put all of their sides in the day together and at the table, you go see the bigger picture. So until and unless you be that politician, we prepare for accommodate different views to what you think. You prepare for accommodate different sides of the picture. You're not ever able to see the overall bigger picture, and will go be beneficial to everybody. So me, a politician of integrity, I don't believe say politics na a deceitful game. If anybody say politics na deceitful game, tell and say not to politics deceitful. Na you deceitful. Me, na a chairman, I go bring a consensus and an inclusive style leadership into the APC. Everybody in voice is important. Everybody in opinion is important. And if we get diverse opinions within the party, it will only make us stronger.
All right, thank you so much. And I like that example where you give about the, if you see things differently, just remind me about a picture where you get the number 6 or number 9. So the right arm, one person team up na the one end, the other person team up na the other side. Where you ask her, what do you see? Then they say na 6, the other one say na 9. So now that argument and I think say that's what compromise is all about. That's what listening to each other is all about. So my other question, you don't talk about some of them things here, but within are you drink? Within the question is, what do you think that makes you suited for the office of chairman? Within make you, now you don't talk all NTR, so but you now, Kaloko, Kalos, within make you suitable for be the first chief executive of the All People's Congress?
Well, Juma, I'm glad. So it means you don't read the APC constitution.
We do research now, so before, because we don't say too hard for talking and they bring peace. So we say get for make sure you understand what's in the happen.
Absolutely. And I'm glad you say you don't read them. In fact, that's now one of the things that we make, I believe, say, me, not the most suited candidate at this point in time for lead the APC. In the history of the party, we don't get several constitutions, then we don't come. And then constitution, then they always don't come in at a time where the party need for align in politics to the demands of the country, Sierra Leone. In 1995, we've been getting a revised constitution. It brings in fresh leadership with a new vision, new energy, and we all see what's in the hand they bring with to victory in 2007. In the aftermath of the 2018 elections, the leaders and the elders them believe say it's necessary for make as a party, make us sit on back and look who side things go wrong. And the conclusion, the final conclusion is politics don't change over time. Globally, and of course to win in Sierra Leone. So if as a party we want to remain relevant, we get for align we own politics to the politics of the country. Before now, we get a chairman and a leader. So in other words, the one green person, he gets executive authority as chairman, but he also gets non-executive authority as a leader. The politics of today don't inform we leaders then foresee if we want to remain relevant. First of all, we for separate the two roles then. The leader, we na like a ceremonial head, if for day. Then the chairman, we for be hands-on, na like the executive person with the day, instead for day, in role and in responsibility, now for completely and entirely look at the affairs of the party and look after the membership of the party. But this is the interesting bit, Juma, like how you mentioned. This time around, they not only separate the two roles, but they also say the next national chairman, he will also be the chief executive officer of the party. What does that mean? It means say the drafters of this new constitution, and of course we all will go McKinney in September of 2021, 17th to the 19th, we will adopt this constitution. We vote for agree with the drafters and foresee the next national chairman for the chief executive. That means they then bring a corporate flavor. It means say the membership don't they yearn for a different kind and style of leadership. They want a party where for be accountable to them as members. They want a party where for be transparent. They want a party where for be inclusive. But above all, they want a party where will make the APC party becomes financially independent and sustainable. When they say a corporate, the first thing where they can you mind is this is not a group of people, this is not institution where they in the business of making profits, making money for shareholders. So there is that element. And me get a wealth of experience in that area there. So I not only sabi the politics of the party and the politics of the country, but I also get a wealth of experience within the corporate sector. I get several number of years in the private sector and in the public sector. The last work I do now as a public servant, as the first chief executive officer of the Road Maintenance Fund Administration. In fact, this is an institution where Nami set up for the very first time. It not ever exist. Now President Koroma na in create him, and I'm grateful say he give me the opportunity. It's a unique opportunity for set up an institution from zero. For make that institution they become the pride and the envy of many across the country. So I get a wealth of experience where I go bring camp. I not say other term. I not say before we new constitution of 7th March 2021. But from this period to the period, hopefully, where I will be chairman of this party for 2 terms of 3 years each. I get the necessary experience for bringing a decent corporate culture into the party. An APC party will go be inclusive, an APC party we go accommodate other people's views. An APC party where they own up the responsibility, we for be accountable to members then. An APC party we go be open and transparent. Because Juma, when people believe say, then get a stake in an institution, then get a stake in the decisions where the institution they make. When they take ownership of that thing, they then will become more committed and then will become more loyal to the party. So this period, this transition period where the party they go through, the drafters and we always go adopt the constitution, we don't make mistake. We recognize, say, the politics of the country, it don't change. The politics of the world, it don't change. And the reason why make all the ingredients here, the essential, now this APC, with me, they lead from the moment we will get to the next National Delegates Conference, is that we also get international partners them where they work with we, where they look we, where they watch what in we they do. If the culture within the party it not get a corporate element and a corporate side to them, if the culture within the party is not transparent, if the culture within the party is not accountable, how, if we they govern the state of Sierra Leone, we go able to be accountable? So charity begins at home. If as a party, we respect we membership and we feel say we owe them the responsibility for be accountable to them, we owe them the responsibility for make them take part in the decisions who they make at the highest level. Now that same culture they, as a government, a party in government, now that same culture they, we go transfer to we fellow citizens them. The government now servant of the people. Now entrust we with the resources of the country. So not to favor what they do to the people of, not to favor what they do citizens of Sierra Leone. We owe the citizens a responsibility for being accountable to them. But all of that, that culture they go start at the party level. And men are the best person we go able for bring that transition day and then changes then they going forward.
Right. Thank you so much, Mr. Kaloko. That's a detailed answer right there. They can't go to T-Boy just now, but just a follow-up on that, because sometimes somebody will see them, you know, like a critical mind like Mr. Boyjalo Jaboya, we will see, well, a CEO, na road maintenance fund, and a CEO na APC, which is a political party. Is that the same thing as far as you're concerned, Mr. Kaloko?
It's exactly the same thing, because mind you, the institution we are set up as the first chief executive officer, now a public enterprise, not a private sector enterprise, now a public enterprise. It means say the money we entitled to Sierra Leone people, money where they come out from fear levy, now in the entrust na the road maintenance fund administration for manage. So because na a public enterprise, and more often people in the field say, oh, this is not government property. No, not to government property. What are government? Now the people them put them there. So for me, I believe say the culture where you the practice na a public enterprise na exactly the same culture you for practice na a political party. Because as chairman of the All People's Congress, you they collect people their registration fees. You they collect people their subscription. As a matter of fact, any activity what you do in the name of the All People's Congress will bring you money, that money they not to you money. Then they entrust that money they to you on behalf of the general membership of the party. So there's a public element to it. But even if na a private sector Juma, it also means not to you one green. If now you one green get a company, then it's different. You go dip your hand and do what you want to do at any point in time. But even if now a private sector company, it get ownership, it get shareholders then. Now people then come together and put their money there and trust you say for manage this thing. So it is exactly the same. Now the road maintenance fund, then be require we for comply with the laws of the country. At the end of every year, they require you say, what you see December 31 come, it done from the 1st of January, the ensuing year, to the 31st of March. Inside that period, if you don't do your draft accounts, go to the Auditor General, wanna agree a date for make the audit you, and for make you show the government and the people of Sierra Leone how you don't manage the resources when they hand you over. So if you look at the APC constitution, it's the same. This APC constitution don't simply mirror that kind of thing. As a matter of fact, they say the party in financial year, not the calendar year, the same as the financial year of the government. So from 1st of January to 31st of December. So it's exactly the same. The only difference is that one in a public enterprise, this is a political party.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh. Family, we listen. We get Kalos now the studio with we they aspire for become the national chairman for the All People's Congress, and we do a live interview with them, and at some point he will do informal declaration. I'll go over to T-Boy. Let T-Boy help with the questions. T-Boy, over to you.
Thank you very much, Juma. And I believe we don't hear a lot from Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalos and exactly what's in intentions of the few questions that we ask her. But like I said earlier on, we don't interpret the meaning of grassroots over the years as being people who are destitute, cannot afford to participate in active politics and so many other things that we would associate them with. If you become the next chairman, or if you physically will be the next chairman, how will you change the essence of integrating grassroots into mainstream politics, and how you able to make sure, say, they're fully represented democratically within the APC party structure where you want to come be the leader for?
Well, Juma, I don't even want to say if me go as far as to say when I become the next national chairman. A lot of what I get for do, I don't already talk about na my previous responses, so I don't get to Juma. You know, when they say grassroots, many a time we they misunderstand them by thinking, say, a grassroots, now somebody will pull, they wear chair trusses, they wear chair clothes. The All People's Congress Party, now a party where it not put class. It not put class in the ideology, it not put class in the values. The founding fathers simply say, if me and you believe in the ideology and the philosophy of the All People's Congress, we're a constructive nationalism for a better Sierra Leone. If me and you believe, say, we na each other's brothers or sisters keeper, then me and you na comrade. The party, no one for know if you hail from an affluent background or if you hail from a poor background. The party simply care and interested in you believe in the ideology of the party. So therefore, it means, say, we all equal as members of the All People's Congress. And for that reason, they make them say, as long as you are a member of the APC, you are a comrade. So therefore, the grassroots na somebody who simply believe in the ideology and the principles of the APC. So for integrate them, like how I said just now, in the answer I did to Juma, all it takes is make them people and you comrades them. If truly now you comrades them, make them believe, see, then get a stake in the party. Make them believe, see, then voices in decision making, they're important. Make them believe, see, then 500 leons or 1,000 leons would then they give you every month by way of subscription. It is the entrust them that you want, not to you money. The entrust them for make you able for look after the general welfare of the membership. And so therefore, you owe them that responsibility. Therefore, come back to them at the end of the year and say, that 1,000 leons who have been given over this period. Now, so we utilize them for the benefit of the party, not for the benefit of a few or the chairman. Going forward, now so thing we want to do. We cannot do them just on we own. First of all, T-Boy, me not to the person, me not to the kind leader they make decisions and I can't shove them to my subordinates or direct reports them. I don't believe in that. Me, not a leader, we believe in having a vision. I share that vision there with people immediately around me. Let us come together and see how, if that vision there, it makes sense. If Wuna, my comrades, Wuna buy into the vision what I bring, how collectively we will go about for implement this vision for the benefit of everybody. So integrating the grassroots is simply making the membership take ownership of the party. In the past, it seems as if we've been done slightly, they go off tangents. But if we come back to the very fundamentals of what the All People's Congress be, say me and you, na comrades. Me and you, we equal. In the decision-making process, your voice is as important as the chairman in voice. Very soon, then we'll call we all for go elect to officials then. Whether I become chairman or whether somebody else become flag bearer, you're only entitled to one vote, the same as the person within a village. So we believe, say, as a party, there is equality amongst us and as comrades. So the integration is simply for hand over back the ownership of the party to the members.
All right, thank you very much, Chairman to be Kalos. I know say all what you've said makes so much sense. And right now, over the past couple of months, years, we don't see a lot of scuffle that happen between the grassroots and the mainstream politicians, then the elites of the politicians, then the party, and the one that we feel say they have full control, no control. A lot has happened over the past couple of years within the party structure. There's been a lot of disunity, things then they go different ways. If you become the chairman, how are you able to eliminate all the issues that are so and try for bringing peace and unity to the party going forward in terms of your capacity as a chief executive officer of the road maintenance fund? There were most of those challenges surrounding you with that particular main stuff the way you start, the way you put it together. How you be able for change and bring community within a structure where you don't see it unravel over the past couple of years. We get a lot of different form of divisions. How you able for amalgamate and bring all Namandicans together and bring peace within the party?
Well, first of all, T-Boy, the people them way they come for can lead, then for trust you. And me, I always say, if I get for choose between somebody trusting me and liking me, I would say trust me first. Because if you trust me, when you want things for be done the proper way, with all amount of seriousness and with integrity, not to be you they come. So the membership of the party get for trust in this person, we then get for elect as the next national chairman. If they trust you, say, you na somebody with impeccable character, you na somebody with integrity, you na somebody we go able for dispense justice without prejudice, impartially, you not a part of the problem. Because the sooner you be part of the problem, then the majority of the membership no go ever trust you. And so me experience over time, both as a member of the party for nearly 20 years or more, and me experience as a public servant in this country, and me experience as a corporate worker internationally. It give me that edge day, and me interaction over the years with my comrades over the party. Nobody at this party not ever sabi me for day Kaloko business. Nobody not ever sabi me for say one thing, but not something else I mean. Now the road maintenance fund, you go ask me for an appointment for 2-3 weeks, but trust me, the day what I tell you, say tomorrow, Friday, the 23rd, can't see me at 10 o'clock, T-Boy. I did make sure, say, from the gate, you name the day. In fact, I did make sure, say, from the gate, the amount of respect where you receive till you come to my office, you for just know, say, you are as important to me as everybody else. So mutual respect, now one ingredient and the way you did for bring. So first of all, the people the way they lead, they get for trust you. They get for know, say, you are somebody of high integrity, you are somebody of impeccable character, you are somebody where you word, but also you are somebody where able for dish out respect to person, regardless of his status. But above all, then for also know, say, you not a part of the problem. So having had all of this together, I think the next step will be for try for bring, and once people then get respect for you, once people then trust you, once people then believe in your ability for, resolve issues impartially, when you invite grieving parties together, then go always come and then go listen. The first step to unity, the first step to resolving any problems, now for first of all, able for bring grieving parties for sit on the table for make una talk. The beginning for solve every problem, now for make you get the person we agree for explain to you within our ingredients we get. But also that person there for see you say, you get empathy, you understand the grievance we get, and you're willing for resolve that problem there. So I think from this moment, we are there on this platform, I will send a message to my comrades them. For say in the coming weeks, we all go put your name them forward for different positions. Several of the comrades then get for come together for elect one person at a time per position. We will the contest. Let we contest believing say my opponent not just a comrade. Let we contest believing say the respect we want not the same respect I forgive to my opponent. So that when you win, the success where you will get, it depends on the support where then comrades and then give. So it all starts from this process. And they ask me comrades them, we all will contest, let we contest peacefully, believing say we are comrades, we are each other's keeper, and that not only one of we will succeed. Let us be part of a solution and make will not be part of a problem. Let us be inclusive. Let we practice the style of management we may not always practice, which is consensus.
All right, thank you very much, Chairman Toby. So over to you, Juma. I think say la keep the balance first because I come back to Chairman, but like I use you for it because definitely what I'm hearing sounds good. These are some of the things we want to hear, but I think we need to break it down a little bit more and scrutinize some of the other areas I think we have to say we're not touching. So over to you, Juma. I'll come back. Chairman to be. Actually, our mistake for calling you if you get for B, but you don't tell me, so definitely it's about time. So definitely I'll leave it to Juma. Over to you, Juma. Juma, you're muted.
Thank you, T-Boy. Thank you so much. They listen keenly. And that last answer there is, I think, what a lot of people waiting at the APC and Sierra Leone as a hold on the yarn for. You know, talk about national cohesion and this. If every politician talk like this, because you get for start first, one, for believe, two, pronounce them, and then thirdly, act on them. Because if every politician tell their supporters this same kind of message where Kalos can talk now, they appeal, say, not so we all get for win now one person, but we get for respect each other and stay united, then the tension as alone, both at intra-party level as well as national level, it go less. That is what is lacking right now. You can all believe in different things, but you can still coexist as a country. But Mr. Kaloko, there are two questions within the chat group where I want to ask you right now. And you don't talk about trust a lot, and you don't talk about money a lot, and you don't talk about work, Nasalun, but your work has been more, you don't emphasize more on road maintenance fund, and you talk about corporate, so you just glaze over them. All right. So the question now, two in one question, but they're related. So Nenebi say you talk like every politician. What's new are you bringing? Okay. Then the question when they near from Tony Beck say, for how long have you been working in Sierra Leone and APC? I know one thing about African politicians. So I don't know whether they're mistaken, say possibly you na diaspora, I be done day like Tony, you know, so say I know a lot of things about African politicians, whether or not I didn't insinuate or not. So one for it to like on the intertwined question then.
Okay, well, first of all, I don't work in Sierra Leone for a number of years. First, I work in a Bank of Sierra Leone before I proceed to the UK for good study.
Oh, then there's also
No. In 1986, 1987, you know, okay. I left in December 1987 for good study before I come back. Then in 2002, I worked in a Guarantee Trust Bank. I've been the first general manager in a Guarantee Trust Bank. We're responsible for credits and marketing. You know, so I did it for that period from 2002 to 2005. And then I worked as a consultant for the World Bank and the government of Sierra Leone. Now, maybe they had the secretariat for transform the Sierra Leone Ports Authority to a landlord port. Now they accommodate after President Koroma win elections in 2011, he thinks he fit for making appoint me and he challenged me for set up this institution from zero. And it's a unique opportunity. I'm grateful to President Koroma for that, but it also means it tests not to just me intellectual capability, it also tests me professional competence. Because for make you able to set up an institution from zero, you know when they exist, you set them up from zero, it compliant with all the laws, the statutes, the processes, the bylaws, everything, you name it, it comply to the point that the institution become an envy and a pride for plenty people. A lot of people when they ask them, then will tell you, say, if there's one institution where they go on for work, now the road maintenance fund. Let's come to the issue of the person where say you talk like a politician. Well, again, as I say, it's the old cliche. It's always the belief, say, politicians, they know they talk the truth. Me not think so. As I say in my earlier response to you, politics by itself, not a lie. Now the one way they practice politics, now in the lie. For me record they out for make anybody within and without the All People's Congress for make you scrutinize them. Would they not interact with me, then no see when Abdul Kareem says no, they say no because he not like you. They say no because he simply wants for put spanner in the works. If I'm not convinced, if I not believe in what thing you they tell me, I know they participate. Anything I not understand, anything I not believe, I know they participate in. But the minute you convince me, I believe. Because Juma, by my very nature, I don't want to make anybody ask me a question why you do this. I'm not able to give them a tangible reason why I do it. So perhaps I will say to this person, me not a politician because I don't go into politics. But my own style of politics is different. At the earlier stage, I say, me not a politician, we believe in integrity and make commitments to service to other people them and not to just myself. So judge me by my record who you know. If all the time where you don't know me, now all the institutions where I don't work or we interaction in politics or every other side, you see me not a person of integrity, then make your judgment. But I go assure you, see, this Abdul Kareem Kalokoh, would they talk to you, would they look you so? I know they trade me integrity for nothing. Me own politician, not a different breed of politician. And precisely the reason we make a man like me divide for this kind of position, because it's about time we change that perception, because it is man-made. Now people then create it, now people then make, people then believe, say, politics or politicians, then they lie. Let us have people with integrity. Let us have people who mean what they say, and let us have people where they keep to the promises they make. And I'm sure in the coming years, we all will see politics differently.
All right, thank you. Before I go to my other question, I just see somebody right now the chat group, because not many a time you get these kind of things where somebody who can give testimony. They say, Lamin Denke say, he hired me at Guaranteed Trust Bank in 2005, and very hardworking man, Kalos. I wish you the best in your adventure. So you see, this platform, we said 2 hours for talk, but I know nobody bring peace. So if Mr. Karim Kaloko will just add Guaranteed Trust Bank na resume, we not be waiting. Somebody don't come prove now. So say he worked at the Guaranteed Trust Bank and he hired him. So at one person. So we're glad for that. Let me go to this thing about elections and money and where soup sweets, now money killer. More so in elections. How you think, say you, if you become chairman, how you be able to raise money or help the party, make sure say they're in good financial standing, because we see a lot of things happen recently, we've been here for do with money, but we don't want to go into that. That's history. But we're looking forward now. How you as a chairman, one, how you able to help the party raise money for elections, money for sustain the party moving forward, because it's sad to see a political party thriving, functioning well when they're in governance, and once they're out of office, even forget people where go donate, 100,000, it becomes difficult. Then you get to rely again on the grassroots, where something not been benefit nothing, or something they don't ignore. What's your take on that?
Juma, it's a very important question. Obviously, they win elections without money. But the first recognition for me, Naya, is that we don't be in opposition from, I would say, 5th of April, 2018. So it's almost 5 years we don't be in opposition. Money, not one of the luxuries where APC gets at this point in time. But money, not the only resource or resources where you need as a political party for win elections. The most important and the biggest resource where you need and where you forget, not the human resource, not the membership. And for me, it starts from this moment where I talk to my comrades and where they listen to me. Unity amongst we. The belief say now only one person gets for be chairman. And by the grace of God, that person they will be Abdul Kareem Kalokoh. Now only one person get for be regional chairman na Northwest, regional chairman na Northeast, regional chairman na South, East, and all the other areas. Now only one person, we comrades, we all get for go elect na the National Delegates Conference for be with standard bearer, and hopefully that person will be the next president of Sierra Leone. If we believe that one day, and we are committed to the party, we all want to make the APC win. The number one resource we will need, Naina that. We all for come together as comrades and believe and respect the decision where we all and we comrades and get for go make now the National Delegates Conference. For saying that this person I will choose. Now we rally behind the leadership, will be competent, and we all get for go elect. Because the APC, now a big party, it gets a huge following, it gets a huge membership. But outside of the membership of the party, plenty of people in this country also believe in the APC, then trust the governance of the state of Sierra Leone in the APC party. And as I speak to you now, I believe, say, me and me comrades them, na Salone and the diaspora, we believe, say, we comping Sierra Leoneans them, then just they wait for we come together, make we unite, make we be firm and present to them a candidate and say, this is not the person who don't choose, make it be the next president for the next 5 years. So the number one resource, now for make we come together. So my duty from the minute when they elect me, and as I speak also now for try for bring we all come together. Let we respect one another. Let we believe, see, now one person at a time, the party go elect for make it lead we at any point in time. If now me turn today, una all DBME. If now you turn tomorrow, make the entire party DBME. So would that ever the party they give it, make we rally around and push that person they go before. So if me believe, the next person believe, the other person believe, the small will they get as individuals, as comrades, who go bring them come together. When time reach for campaign, somebody will get water and you go bring and come. Somebody will get half bag rest, he go cook. Somebody will get this, he go cook. But if the people where they outside of the party, where they look with, then see say we serious, we are committed, then go come in, then go donate funds for we campaign. Post the election time, we'll go down with elections. That day, we get the opportunity now for sit-down. The new constitution, interestingly, it makes several provisions. It identifies clearly the sources of funding we will go get as a party. From Article 66 to Article 70, it's very clear. From your subscriptions, you're able to do investments, you will get money from contributions, you will get money from endowments, so many other things we will be able to do. But this time period, between the term where they elect the national officers of the party and the flag bearer to the term where they go to the elections, I mean, we'll not script, we'll go for script. So my focus will be on the human and the membership resource first, and then the money or the financial resource, it will follow after that one day. If people right across the country, they see we're serious, we are united, I am pretty sure then we'll come together and then we'll make the necessary contribution. We see the example in 2007. 2007, the SLPP will get all the financial resources where you can think about. They spend money, then do all kinds of things. The APC not been get that much. Again, similar to this situation, we be they come up from opposition, better not they, but we beat them and we beat them hands down. This June 24, 2023, it will be the same. In the struggles of the APC, victory is there for we. Let us unite, and victory is ahead of us.
APC, that one and they believe that indeed there is victory for us. Even in the struggle, there is victory. That's why I get confidence. That make I like them.
In fact, we don't struggle, we will not succeed.
Not they succeed. Right. Yes. So with the Congo gist not so your message we get to for people. And but before we go there, I just want to ask because Tibo on the neck with time right now, But I want to give we participant and then they ask questions now. So we're very relevant, you understand? And this question a question we intertwine with something where we be on the think, and possibly before we come on here, where Mr. Boy Jalo Jamboya, being a senior citizen of Sierra Leone, always done the race because it want for no, and people want for no whether Mr. Boy Jalo Jaboya, when a senior citizen, when somebody like you find face boy, young boy can't take over, whether you the buzz and a corner, you forget about time. So the old guards them. You understand? We want to know about that. But then somebody ask a question, wait, make a highlight that now for possibly go relate to that with this question where they ask. They ask, what's in your relationship with other contenders and the former president and outgoing chairman and leader of the party? What is your relationship with them? And also I go let you comment on that, you know, who's are the old guards then go there, you know, because there's a crossroad right now. Let we go, we will be protected, or let we still see the law hold on. The young one they say no now for go. So now that push and start the now they see right now. So I'm going to comment on that.
The relationship with the former president and chairman and leader is very good. But I will also say to you categorically, say, my relationship with almost everybody we I don't interact with in the party is good. Me, na person we believe in building relationships. It'll help you go a long way. The former president, na be my boss, he gave me unique opportunities there. Not to everybody been get the opportunity for serve in the capacity we may serve. Now, few of we, if at all, been get the opportunity for set up institutions from zero. He give you the freedom, but he also supports you. But I also learn a lot from him. And from the same way we lose power to this day, I don't maintain that steady relationship there with all of them. With Alhaji Minkailu Mansari, Ambassador Osman Fode Ansane, the past the outgoing executive, my comrades at every level of the party. I believe a lot and I put a lot of premium on mutual respect. So I maintain that relationship there. For me, the old guard, we're not able to succeed if we not bring everybody on board. The old guard, they don't serve a lot. They don't make a lot of sacrifices. Me and one person will not believe, say, we for just push them like that. As a matter of fact, it is similar to you looking after and protecting your parents. Your parents, they born you, they nurture you, they provide for you. If they reach a time where they're not able, now you turn for look after them. I think, say, this new executive, national executive, when they come, hopefully with me as chairman, we get a place for we leaders, we former leaders, and we elders in the party. But also, without even saying it, the constitution don't already make provision for that. There's an elders council. These are people that will not ever be irrelevant. They're needed. The experience is going to be extremely relevant and necessary going forward for this new national executive when they come. So me personally put a lot of premium in the service where them people here don't make to the party. I feel to also say it will be my responsibility and the responsibility of the party and the national executive for make we look after them, make sure say we give them the respect where they deserve, so that we will learn a lot from the experiences that we don't get during their own time when they serve this party. So we're not able to succeed. We need everybody on board. We need the old people them, we need the young one them, we need the woman them. There is no one group of people who will go left as a party who will succeed. Now unity. We all for come together as a unit. History don't show we say, if we come together, we unite for a common purpose, we will always succeed. We not go left anybody there.
Well, Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh, I tell you thank you for where you don't listen to some of their questions here. We get beaucoup more questions there for you, but we're not able to exhaust all today. We know say you there, you get a special message in the form of formal declaration where you want for let people where they watch we on Sierra Gem Media, both on Facebook, YouTube, and across the country on the different radio stations them where then they wait for listen. So this we want to give you an opportunity on our platform to talk to your people, deliver your message, and tell them why Abdul Kareem Kalokoh Kalos want for run for become the APC National Chairmanship. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. Comrades, again, me na Abdul Kareem Kalokoh. I come talk to una today for make a declaration to una. But they come for make that declaration day to una for 3 reasons. Firstly, I want to make una know say I put my name forward, I declare my candidacy to una for the position of National Chairman of the glorious party, the All People's Congress. I make this declaration to una for them 3 reasons here. Number 1, I do so because of the respect I get for una, the comrades them. But I also do so for commit myself for serve una me comrades them. Especially so because the support and the sacrifices they wanna don't make for this party during this difficult period, it's too much. And wanna deserve better. Secondly, after they make this announcement and this declaration to una, I ask for make una support and vote me at the next National Delegates Conference as una National Chairman. Thirdly, I assure una say with una own support and with the support of the other comrades them across the diaspora, we take a journey together for transform the fortunes of not just the APC, but for transform the fortunes of Sierra Leone. When I don't already hear from the questions we then don't ask, say, for the first time in the history of this party, the next national chairman, he's not going to just be a political leader. He will also be the party in chief executive officer. It means, say, the responsibility not to just politics. You get people and for look after, you get membership for look after, you get for be accountable, you get for be transparent. And I don't already indicate to una say, at this point in this transition of the party, me now the best and the better option for lead this transition. I don't also mention earlier on, see, the history of this party don't show we see every so often, we leaders and we elders them. Then they sit down, they examine the structures of the party, then they examine the organs of the party, and then they make necessary changes for prepare. Anytime we go into opposition, we leaders and we elders, and they do that. Then they examine the structures, then they examine the organs, and then they make necessary changes where they usher in fresh leadership so that we go win elections. This happened in December 1995. On the 7th of March, in the aftermath of the 2018 general elections, we leaders and we elders then get for confront the same situation. Today, we get a new constitution. A new constitution, we realize the dynamics of politics within the party and Sierra Leone. The drafters and we all will adopt that constitution. We accept, say, changes don't take place. Therefore, we need to align the politics of the party to the politics we face the country today. The youths, they don't say, they no longer want to be tools. We as leaders and elders, like a guitar, where you want to play them, you take them, you play, where you dump them back at the table. The youths, they say, if leaders, they want to sit down for discuss issues relating to youths, if leaders, they want to make decisions relating to youths, who better for make that decision than the youths themselves? Would that they will understand the youths and problem past the youths themselves? So they say they want to be part and parcel of the decision-making process. They want to sit at the table with the leaders when they make decisions for youths. Equally so, we human folks themselves say that time don't pass, where politics come, then roll now for go cook and can serve food. Whilst they prepare and willing for still cook and serve, but then want either before then they eat or we then don't eat. But at any point in time, we leaders then decide, say, they want for discuss issues and make decisions on issues we pertain to women, they want for dinner at the table. Because who better understand the challenges we women then they face past the woman themselves? And you know, for me, comrades, I can look for practice within at the preach. Within my own family setting, from day one, I accept, say, my wife not to be property, my wife not my partner. And in partnership, there's equitable distribution of responsibility and power. My wife gets a right to an opinion, he gets a right for disagree with what in me they say. My responsibility now for me to sit on a table and make reach a consensus agreement which will be mutually beneficial for me and the picking that we will get. Now that culture, I think, say, we for imbibe as a party. The women and the youth then form the largest part of every membership of society, both as a party and as a nation. If we will not bring them come into the fold, we not listen to what they get for say, we will not respect the decisions then they ask for. And all things say we understand the politics of today. So many things don't change. My comrades, them. This convention will come before we so, not to any ordinary convention, not to any ordinary party elections. These are conventions and elections where they require we for make decisions we go affect the soul of the All People's Congress and the soul of the nation. Make we think critically. What in you as a comrade, what in you as a youth, what in you as a woman you want now the next leadership of the APC? You just want to be you there, sir? Or you just want to be that woman who just they go from one office to the other where they ask with a cup in hand or a bag for make them put something? No, I don't believe in that. Me, not to the leader, we believe in that in a day. I believe, see, every human being gets a talent. It is the responsibility of the leadership for nurture and inspire each and every member of a community. In this case, it will be a responsibility for nurture and inspire each and every youth, each and every woman membership of the party, for make them go able for dream more. It's okay for make people and dream more. For make we women and we youth them, for make them learn more. For make them go able for do more. And for make them go able for achieve their full potentials and become better citizens of tomorrow. Now we responsibility for prepare we youth them for leadership tomorrow. Because after all, the future of the country is in at the hands of the youth and the women there. So as I say, this convention and these elections will they face with not to just any ordinary convention. Now conventions and elections will for determine the soul of the party. Now conventions will for determine the soul of the nation. When I say the constitution don't separate the roles. As when our next national chairman, it will be my primary and singular responsibility for look after the membership. Mind you, the presidential candidate who they elect, when we win the elections, he become president, he not going to be president of APC anymore. He will be president of the Republic of Sierra Leone, which means it gets for govern for everybody na salon, whether that person may be vote for him or not. As a matter of fact, he will govern for the SLPP, he will govern for NGC, he will govern for C4C. So in focus, no good day just for the APC. But me, your focus as national chairman, it will be exclusively for the membership of the APC. So at the set owner, from the moment we will elect me as our next national chairman, I go say to una, say enough is enough. It do so. It do so with the harass and kill with innocent members and fellow citizens them. It do so when they interfere with the constitution and other laws then at the country. It do so for set one tribe against other tribes then at the country. It do so for set one region against other regions then at the country. It do so for make when they try for fight corruption one-sided. When they only focus on the opposition, and but also with the brazen cover-up when they make. It do so for make what they see with education, with health, and other social services, then they decline. The cost of living, it is skyrocket. It become unaffordable. It do so for make people and then in this country, they're not able to exercise freedom of speech. People not able to associate freely. The resources what this country gets, it belongs to we all. It belongs to all Sierra Leoneans. Now the right of every Sierra Leonean citizen for benefit from the resources what this country gets. The government only did it for Sawi. Now a social contract with the government signed with the people of Sierra Leone. So from the moment who elect me, as a matter of fact, from this moment I see it do so. Now we also members say, as we prepare for come together for take back governance in 2023, plenty people and they we don't sit on a corner, then they prepare, then they find way for hijack the party. Then people and they, now the one they will get by that, we then will call the haters. Now the one they will always get negative things then for say. Now the tribalists them, and are the enemies of progress. So let we confront the politics of this party and the politics of the country with some amount of consciousness. As comrades, as members of the All People's Congress, make we choose the politics of hope over the politics of fear. Make we choose the politics of unity over the politics of division. Make we choose the politics of inclusive governance over the politics of nepotism. Make we believe, say, as a people, this country, now we all get this country. Make we not allow ourselves for be divided any more than this country don't already divide. Make we choose the politics of hope. Make we say no to the politics of talk and lie. Make we believe, say, that they elect we as leaders for the service of the people of this country. So therefore, tonight, my comrades, I invite you to a journey from this moment. A journey where side by side with the elders them, na the party. Side by side with the women them, na the party. Side by side with the youth them, na the party. We go march forward for rewrite the history of the All People's Congress and the history of this one green country where we all elect. When una elect me as una next national chairman, I assure una say with the fight and with the conquer. June 2023, 24th of June 2023, under my own chairmanship, I assure una say my responsibility will be say the next person with this party they elect as we own flag bearer, it will be the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone on the 25th of June 2023. So let we take these elections very seriously. Let we not sell, we vote. Remember, the next national executive, they get 3 years for SAR. That means not 36 months. If you allow a fellow comrade for come buy you right, he buy you vote from you. He let you give you 1 month money. Remember, say you will only get job for 1 month. For 35 months, now in will they in charge. But if you elect somebody, we want to carry you side by side, so that we all go there together and march forward and benefit for the next 3 months. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh, na the right person for being our next national chairman. I tell you, thank
you. Juma, you're muted. Honestly, you are so much amazed. I see you much you actually listen to the message. But thank you very much. Congratulations, Chairman to be. Juma, you're still muted.
All right. I think I'm unmuted now. Thank you so much, Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh, Kalos, Fambule, where they listen. This is not the message where we refer to as informal declaration, where it don't can get to una, it don't make commitments then I so or say it want for be the next national chairman of the All People's Congress and the first chief executive of the party. And by so doing, politics now winning get them. It don't make big assurance, big commitment that I say if una elect them the APC flag bearer presidential candidate in go work day and night, rain or shine, for let that person they become the next president of Sierra Leone. We can't tell and goodbye just now and let it go and tell all the people in the radio station them plenty thank you for where they make sure say this message. I sure say Sierra Leoneans and for being missed out if they're not able to broadcast this live. So imagine if now stadium side them go put up a large number of people for being missed out on this message, but we'll go analyze that one day later. By me parting question for you and then over to T-Boy is Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh. Whose position you want where APC win the next elections? Ministerial position you want? Whose ambassadorial position you want?
Well, it's very interesting. Juba, I go say categorically say after we then don't elect me at the National Delegates Conference as national chairman, I don't want anything else. Make commitments not to the service of the All People's Congress. Now, Boku work in itself for make Atika. If I do that, if I ask for anything else, it means say I'm not being sincere to the cause where I for. I want to serve the All People's Congress. That is where I want to be. And after my election as the national chairman, I go only continue to serve the party, not that role day. I don't want anything else. Make we all come together, make other people then get, so that then will be of service either to the party or to the country.
So for that duration day, when you there as chairman, you go just there as chairman, you grab the money, you go work as chairman. You're not gonna forget any government ministerial position like we don't see before.
I'm not gonna be interested in any. I go assure you that, and I go assure me comrades and that. That is a full-time job in itself. Now my responsibility, it is a commitment to make, and I will also assure you, see, not to just for that 3 years, given the opportunity, I go even want for making 6 years. So for 6 years, I go want for serve as the APC's national chairman, because I want for left a legacy where elect cannot know what in the incoming chairman do, and not go able to broke that legacy day.
Interesting. We will hold you to that, and thank you so much.
Hold me to that, and it's my covenant.
You are all in. So not to chairman, just for title, he's all in. T-Boy, over to you. Thank you so much, Mr. Kaloko. We do hope to get you back here at some point. Lagi T-Boy, possibly get one last question for you before we say tata.
Well, I'm not gonna get no question for chairman to be right now, because I believe say a message don't cut right across. But I want to give chairman an opportunity for say thank you to all the listeners then way they listen to this particular program all over the world, and especially for those that are listening on the radio stations in Sierra Leone. So chairman, I'll give you maybe a couple of minutes for make you round up and say thank you to your viewers and listeners them all over the world, and possibly your 2 minutes message for just wrap up your interview, and then we can continue in Juma. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. Make us start for thanks Sarah Jem for this opportunity Una give me for making this official declaration through my own platform. But I also say plenty thank you to my comrades them right across the globe. We spend time for listening to what I get for say. You know, politics get for change. Politics is about message and a commitment to the people who you want for lead. This is not the reason we make accuse this medium. The time for dance will come. when they go there elect me as national chairman, we go dance, but we go dance for very little because the work begins immediately after they don't elect me. So I tell me comrades them, my team, we don't deal with me up to this point. I also want to say plenty thank you to my wife and me picking them, to friends, to well-wishers. For the one they were not able for listening, I also say thank you to them because I know say they will be anxious for Yeri within the message. But I will go further for say, under my own chairmanship, I will work for serve every interest group in the party. The one they will land book, the one they will not land book, we woman they waiting at Abacha, we woman they waiting at government WAF, we woman they waiting trade, we small scale farmers them, we members them win at Okada riders, we members them where they ride keke, we members them waiting at fish markets where they sell. There is something in this for every group and for every category of membership. Let we stand firm, let we believe in ourselves, and let we believe in the fundamental ideology and the philosophy of this party, the All People's Congress, now a great and a glorious party. Let we trust in our ability. People like can say, now APC leaders, they no more they claim mango tick, where then they pick, then shake, boku mango then kandong. The other side, where then they claim, then they go up with lapa, then they pick, then put inside the lapa, then tie, then kandong. Let we be the party where they shape developments to everybody. Let we be the party where believe in the talent of every Sierra Leonean citizen. I go assure now, my comrades, that after we go elect me as a national chairman, changes will come na the party for the better. I tell you plenty thank you. Do ya una will listen to this message, una pass them to una company them, we're not able to come for whatever reason, but I choose this medium because politics don't change. In declarations like this, it's fine for make people listen to your message. It's fine for make people know what you stand for, what in your commitment, so that after your election, then we're able to hold you accountable for the promises then what you make. And I assure everybody say, with one own support, collectively, we will accomplish better than what I even promise. Wanna thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Chairman, to be for that message. I believe say your message, you message them go very well in the ears of people that really listen to you, and also we radio listeners them. I want to say congratulations and thank you all the radio stations. We don't broadcast this particular live broadcast all over Sierra Leone, and in every single corner, I want to say thank you to the station managers. Then we give you the opportunity for making people for broadcast this particular program and then live feed. We've had so many good feedback from them, and we believe say that feedback they could do so much good to the communities that will get all over the country and all over the world as well. So we take this as an opportunity for possibly able to get some more collaboration with their stations and they so that to be able to broadcast to them as we go along. Maybe sometimes it's how they go inside the Republic. Then you might get from that decision right now. We can have the program manager for Sierra Media, how they go. But Chairman to be, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to have you. I know say we have so many questions online right now are waiting for you to answer. But guess what? Like Juma say, we are going to have you back on this platform on subsequent occasions then, because this is just the beginning of having you for the first time. And many people don't come to our platform for the first time with such declaration. But you believe in yourself, you believe in what you're going to be, and you believe in delivering your message, not because you want to say it, but because you believe in the message and you believe in yourself to do exactly what you said you're going to do. So for that reason, they now for ready for we, because we definitely get for you a couple of more invitations, because we can't ask all the questions that right now we're online, because we simultaneously run this program with radio stations them in Sierra Leone, and we know how for me and just cut off abruptly without you saying goodbye, which you've already said. So we cut off time for the radio stations in Sierra Leone is about, well, it's gone now, it's 11 o'clock, but we will say thank you very much, Chairman, and we wish to have you back here another time soon. We want to say thank you to the viewers then reading online. So Juma, over to you. Let's start our own discussion. Chairman,
yeah, thank you so much to the radios in Sierra Leone. We know say then they not time, so then can log out now and we continue. And Chairman Kalos to be or aspiring chairman, people that they ask for you contact. There are so many questions they want you to answer, and somebody they suggest say if you can please after the program go back and watch the program, read the comments and question and attempt for answer them. I'm sure that will be a good thing for you as well as a feedback. And let's go to Mr. Boyjalo Jamboria, the read on the listen attentively. Mr. Boyjalo Jamboria, you have listened to many politicians over the years. You're listening to low on mute, please, and you just don't listen to another politician talk right now. Your assessment or your comment?
Well, my honest assessment as a politician myself and a technocrat.
So tell me how you be politician. Let people understand, because let them not think you're just saying it. They need to understand how you are a politician.
Back in Sierra Leone, South Sierra Leone from 1979 to 1998, at some point I was a trade unionist and vice president of the Teachers Union. You cannot be a trade unionist and not a politician.
Correct.
Secondly, when I came Norway 2003, by 2011, I was elected as a councillor in the municipality that I live. I served 2 terms, to 2011 to 2018. So I consider myself as a retired politician. I will get for the Elders Council there now, that's alone.
Right.
That's why I always say I'm a trustee of the Republic of Sierra Leone.
Right, right. So what's your comment on?
What I say is, from my experience, when somebody they talk, I know if the person genuine or not. Somebody can tell you, say, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. The manner way they deliver them without making it personal, they tell you, say, is genuine. And listening to Mr. Kaloko throughout today, he has never said, I will. He said, we will, we shall. We will, we shall. The religion we believe in, all them dictate to and tell me, say, God said, let us. Even in the Quran, God not saying, I mean, they can make mortal man. He called the angel, they say, Allah make mortal man. Let us. The collectivity of his statement, the technical delivery, and one thing we paramount for everything we say, where we need in Sierra Leone, the emphasis on building trust. Trust. I always emphasize this word whenever I come on the social media.
Yeah.
Trust is the currency we need in Africa, not only Sierra Leone. And I trust Mr. Kaloko because I know say as a corporate man, we don't work in a bank, you understand the emphasis and meaning of trust in any society or any political economy. Because I trust they unite people then. I trust they bring confidence. All them here, when we get them problems here what they get so in a fighting in political parties, regional fighting, ethnic fighting, it is done. And I believe, say, Mr. Kaloko, from his exposure outside Sierra Leone, inside Sierra Leone, he understands what thing for do. And I believe say a good one. But I know go present, we must let go to the office first. We go there na the background. We're going to watch.
Right. Yeah, but you think, before I go to T-Boy, and possibly I would go Femi come in at some point, you think some of the things that we say here is what the APC needs? 1, for unite the party, 2, for come back to governance, 3, for sustain the party moving forward, some of the things that we address or some of the issues that we talk about?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe say any institution for make it function, the people the way they lead the institution, they need to get a vision where they direct the building of unity and collectivity within the institution. Unity of purpose, whether in a private business, whether in a government business, whether in a social club. If we not get unity of purpose, you know they work. Even in the home, if your wife and picking, they will not get unity of purpose, you know they work. And what Mr. Kaloko talk now, all day around that. And that's what not only the APC, but all the political parties in Sierra Leone need that. Sierra Leone needs that. But if the APC, as a social democratic party, APC is a social democratic party in the sense that they believe in that collective grassroots emancipation. And that kind of politics then as Scandinavia, social democracy, where everybody matter, youth, women, everybody matter. If APC don't get a constitution where go dictate, say, let us begin to become social democrats. My dear brother, it's a good thing for Sierra Leone. From my experience living in Norway 19 years, it's a good thing for Sierra Leone. And I believe, say, Mr. Kaloko, as the person coming in first to begin to work with that new constitution, he has the capacity to begin to institute and sustain the cultures where we try to see now in Sierra Leone. Right. But I know we praise and too much because the Saloma still believes say politics is a lie and thief. But I want to tell Saloma, say politics is not about lie and thief. Who's in Scandinavia? If you lie, they not ever elect you. Correct. If you thief, you don't suffer forever.
Right. Thank you. And again, where you say that is very important because waiting me see T-boy, you know, we don't see people where they talk. Some people in Sabi talk, right? Where they go copy other people in speech and come for talk. The thing not even flow, you know, they connect, you know, it cut and join it all over the place. But what you see here today, now somebody we already know in thought process, you know exactly what he wants, and it consistent in delivery. The message is being consistent. It is cite examples. It will tell you how it get for do, and not to just waiting supposed to be done, but how it get for do. And I think that's what you need in Sierra Leone. We don't see people not to hear they talk about say the right speech for some people and the paper way they write and for us, you know, even worth them, let alone for let the person read and for us. T-boy, over to you. What do you laugh?
Now, because you laugh for count trouble of time. But anyway, what you said is true. And one thing that amazed me with the whole interview and the messages, now the fact say, I haven't heard a declaration message in Creole to be that formal. You never call formal Creole.
I know. You don't even tell him that Creole they listen to say because you know, carry.
To me, it's just like a formal Creole declaration, which means to me, the layman self way gets no form of in English language now in memory, be able to understand in details how everything was breaking down. Politics, like we all know, it gets in a different way how everybody they view them and analyze them. Me don't always say over the past couple of years, we've always been involved in politics actively, in front and behind the scenes. But I think we got to begin take them kind of approach, so for begin bring people in to the public domain at the initial stages. And the good thing about this is being recorded. It's not just being recorded online, it's been recorded on radio stations as well. So basically you have an opportunity to go and play back, because this is what we don't normally do in our background historical stuff of how we hold people accountable. Because if I pull some evidential stuff of what's in somebody we don't say 6 years ago, what's in able for say for defend them? If the person is not defend towards that, that means again you don't tell me something where you know they do. So accountability. And if somebody don't stand by a word with accountability, where we don't strive for execute, this time around where we say politics is not just about politicians anymore, it's about people that you are actually coming to work with, not govern, you got to work with. We don't hold people accountable for some of the decisions, some of the declaration the way they make before coming into governance, and they haven't succeeded in doing any one of those declarations. And we ask them questions, and they're like, why would they ask any question they ask? So we don't know what's in the comments. Okay, so now they say the politics going forward now, we don't make it clear. If APC get for be the next governance in Sierra Leone, we now know what's in on our meet. We already they see what's in on our go meet.
Yeah.
And this is what you guys have prepared for. We don't want excuses. So basically, what's in Mr. Kaloko they say right now, it already don't see the issues of what's in the happen within APC. I don't think he's going to be in the position to give us excuses when he actually take the position.
But again, just to that, before I come to Mr. Jamboria, it makes this big commitment that you don't see often with politicians. Because what we've seen in the past and even now, you get one green person gets 30-10 position. In one green, a public relations officer, now the political party, now the government spokesman, now deputy minister, now they go to the radio station them, you understand? Even where the role for the how you call them, the cleaner at the office travel for go conference or training, now they go back, the same minister for let get the per diem, all thing, now them. But here we have someone we say, because we know for say this position, a voluntary position, and not get for pay, not a paid position. And this is someone that we don't work for himself throughout in life, but decides, say, you know what, I like APC that much that I'm willing to serve the APC through and through. Where
no, hold on. This is not a position where they pay for because somebody
pay.
No,
so in an unpaid position.
I think let me not go that area there because
well, as far as we know,
it's an institution that is being built. And if we build the institution properly, able to generate finance for itself, then the issue of award of wages will come in because somebody cannot be
but that is not there yet.
It's not there yet.
So it's not there yet.
Beginning is going to make sacrifices.
Correct. That's the
and
point.
The fact that he's willing to do that,
yes,
is something that we have to consider.
Correct.
But let us don't sell the idea to the people that it's a voluntary position. Because we talk to people
at this time, we therefore be realistic here. What I'm trying to say is APC they prepare themselves for go to governance.
Yes.
Right? And some people they right now will not even qualify for do anything, but they make themselves relevant with the expectation. Say when APC gonna governance, they will be appointed to position or they will be given certain things. But here is someone we're willing say, I will be willing to take the hit and serve the party until such a time where sometimes the party will consider say money they come.
Okay,
right
clear.
Not many people will be willing to make that sacrifice.
I know.
So that
you have very few people in Sierra Leone who can even think that way.
Correct.
Don't pull APC, not the APC issue. Now look at we social makeup. How many Sierra Leoneans are ready to sacrifice to build institutions that will be sustainable, we will bring profit later. Right. We sometimes by the time the profit they cannot do it again. How many?
Right.
Juma, one thing where I just realized during the program, now when Dan can mention say Mr. Kaloko be don't employ before, it just still got me memory number say, okay, the road maintenance fund was a new project, right?
Yeah, I think it started sometime after
2011.
Yes,
right. So
around that time.
if Mr. Kaloko, CEO for that particular institution, if it wasn't an institution that was structured,
it was not existent by except by name on a paper.
Hold on. What I wanted to say is, if that institution there was not structured and put together to the platform where Mr. Kaloko left from, this current government, if I don't tarnish him, like, is irrelevant.
Exactly.
Yes. That is one. And two, and two, I also get to understand, say, Mr. Kaloko was possibly the only APC head of parastatal will continue for work with this government for 1 month because they need to do some amount of, not possibly the only institution where they do transformation too, because of what them in believe say that particular agency they works.
Right.
And the others, they actually bulldoze them in those positions. They did not wait for any kind of transition. And the second one back again was, I think, the NRA. So there were a few, where they actually keep close eye on and say, these are the possibly structured institutions. So when I go back and think about, because I did not really pay much attention to road maintenance firm. I never knew it was existed in such a way. I thought it was a structure of the Sierra Leone Roads Authority. So I was always getting myself confused with all those institutions. So basically, to me, now an evidence of what in me always done they put across to me discussions on how they go. If we have structured institutions and we get serious administrative structure in the way they run their institutions, they will be sustainable. And I think with all the message where Mr. Kaloko can deliver, I think APC will be looking at another different kind of structure, where of course the constitution don't already adapt to.
Yeah.
So let's
somebody for can get life now.
Exactly, because now that's not the thing we always fail for do as Sierra Leoneans. We have the structures like a feminist state, which we discussed yesterday. All these laws and policies are in Sierra Leone.
Yeah.
But we don't always try to actually affect them, make it make sense to the people that we for actually run those institutions.
Boy.
Let's watch and see.
Boy.
Yes, Mr. Boy.
You know why we don't have institutions running in Sierra Leone?
No.
We are dreamers. We have all the theories in the head, but we don't have the integrity and the ethics to implement them. And I believe, honestly, as I said before, talking to Mr. Kaloko and listening to him talk, I believe he has the ethical capacity and integrity to transform any institution that requires ethical standards. Not only the APC party, any institution. And I believe he don't prove them in past stewardship. He was manager Guaranteed Trust Bank. We're not under APCO. And he was not found wanting. He left, he went to Ports Authority. He had consultancies with the World Bank. He was not found wanting. He came to start a whole institution, Road Maintenance Trust Fund Administration, and we never had him on COI. So what do we have to say now?
Exactly.
But are they wait for any propaganda the way they come? Because I don't say propaganda.
Then can just come in and say, if Guaranteed Trust Bank is performing so well today, he was the brain behind the establishment of Guaranteed Trust Bank.
Yeah.
So
well,
you see,
let's hear Femi's view. Femi has been working.
Yeah. So I get a question for Femi for bringing and coming, but I'll go to Mr. Jamboya quick. Mr. Jamboya, the emphasis has been with Mr. Kaloko. If you listen throughout his statement and even all the interview, talk a lot about grassroots, young people, women. We forgive the party back to the people that we get the party. And I think there's been a disconnect, or there has always been disconnect, not just with the APC, but majority of the political parties there. As soon as people take position, then become the elite and forget about. But he's been putting premium, they push that. I think that says a lot about the kind of leadership we sometimes, the leader in leadership style. And like we've been saying earlier, they talk about the we rather than the I. Whenever he talk, say, na me do this, na so, he say we. So how important is that for the APC moving forward, respecting and carrying the grassroots along?
Well, like he said at certain point where I think we're not been taken note of, he did go back in time, he reiterate on the ideologies of the founding fathers of the APC. In the time you say, this is a man who understands the history of the party he's with. He wants to see a revival of that, but with a fast forward into modern times. And for that fact, make reference to APC being a social democratic party, because that's what the founding fathers had in mind. But they had to do it in that simplistic parlance, say, we're a grassroots party. Grassroots no means say you go and they suffer.
Yeah.
Grassroots only means say we have a communal outlook to everything we do. The people down there matter. Their voices, their opinions, and everything matter. Instead of we they up, they bring the instructions down, we they allow the people and down for say what they mean. When we they up, we listen to them, say, okay, let me meet ourselves halfway. And I believe that's exactly what Mr. Kaloko is thinking about.
Mm-hmm.
Bringing up the grassroots, bottom to top, then you take the top to bottom, they meet halfway. And for you to be able to do that, you have to create an atmosphere of inclusiveness.
Right.
Inclusiveness in terms of including youths, including women, including ethnic differences, creating that universal framework for everybody for belief, say, I belong to this institution, are relevant to this institution.
Wow.
That's I see from what they talk. And I did say that out of my own experience.
But I think you explain it well. I think that's exactly the message, and it come across. And people learn, they relate to that as well. So now I understand why in campaign slogan is we are better together. You know, it's deeper than just words. So,
yeah.
Okay. So Femi, if you're available, I get a question for you. And for bring you come in to this conversation. Femi, if you're there, say hi to me. All right, Femi, no did it. All right, let's go to T-Boy. T-Boy, I you know, preparing to, you know, for Canada's program, I've been facing Mr. Kaloko and a man we not get fire. But when it comes out with the it do so, it's enough of this, enough of that. I'm like, wow, okay. So this is a man of action, not just words. So there is something else about him that we haven't seen. Can't quickly Femi, because that question of Femi I keep on for.
Okay, Femi can answer the question because
no, you answer this first, then I can't of Femi with in question. I can't. I know why. Femi no go again.
Abdul Kareem Kalokoh. No can begin to make that question and answer.
No, but you listen to him talk, right?
I know what you this. Juma. Yeah. You see, if you have a person of in caliber sitting down, relax, you might not know how tall, how short he is. You might not see his posture. You might be thinking, okay, this guy. okay, I don't see some amount of enthusiasm in him. Okay, I might want to see him standing, then look at him and assess him as a person. Just without his intellectual capacity or whatever he's going to say to you, I think he gets a posture of somebody who, if he was talking within a platform society, you will know for say this man is ready for go all the way by any means necessary. Because the enthusiasm and knowledge sometimes play a great role in somebody's deliverance. But when you have enthusiasm, you have knowledge, and you have capacity, and you believe in what of those the entity in the it's very hard to make you see politicians in Sierra Leone with all those three. And can you imagine the kind of position where the vouch for a position where not everybody will just get up and say, I want to do this.
Yeah.
Because you look at them any kind of way, APC is the biggest political party in Sierra Leone. Has been for years and years and years and years. So to have the caliber to say, this is what I want, I think is a very strong belief, and you forget that determination for take it all the way. Because you get forget backlash, you get forget setback, you get forget people they come at you in any kind of way, you get forget thick skin for accept certain things that we get for throw at you, and you get for also able for sell yourself. So it's not just about ready to do X, Y, Z, but you get for ready for doing the position for receive and give back in good nature. Everything that is going to be received is going to be bad. Everything that is going to be thrown at you is going to be against you or whatever it might be. But you get for ready for give back in good nature. Yeah. And it hurts for like we get politicians the way they think like that with it. And I think the structures of what's in we see in politics right now, the dynamics don't change, like I said earlier on. Now when you look at people the way, not that they can seek me interest, because my interest has already been on something else recently I immediately think of. The interest is about the people that we get for leads alone for the next generation to come. Our generation hasn't failed, but our generation now just need that amount of energy where they can push for. We say, okay, una jump. Because the energy where some of the generation they get right now, that energy where they can change salon. We know this number where they can change salon for we get. Because we are tired of waiting for our great grandfathers to change the status quo of waiting salon don't like, because most of them haven't done much. So the elements of bringing the young, the old, and the new to come is very important. So at this point in time, me, I go say categorically clearly, I know want small ball. Program begin lead me by something because in the intention for buy flashing motor gets 15 girl and belows. But when you have somebody who's already responsible, because I would always say, look, we get people that are responsible, we don't get some amount of responsibility attached to them. That's what beginners. Beginners, yes, can do a lot. But somebody who don't get vast knowledge of politics, vast knowledge of entrepreneurship, vast knowledge of management is what we need. Not necessarily means say, the one that we not get are not capable for do that. But in his message, he highlights every role of every individual. So even when he makes mention of the Okada riders, the Abacha sellers, yes, those people can be structured and be effective contributors to the economy of Sierra Leone. Only if they're structured. Right. That is what we need. We don't need for begin to say, okay, we're not going to do wash car. Even if it's wash car, but if it is structured properly, it can be beneficial. But not to begin open up sectors, then we will feel to say, we're able for cool down the lifestyle. To me, it's just about increasing the capacity of employment. Some of these institutions, this current government don't open and make. We don't know what is going to happen next, but we got to begin to look at them, stop the answer, and begin to say to them, no, sorry, we don't want this for our younger generation. If not music you sing music and become a professional and do it properly. If not football you play football and do it properly and become a professional. If you're not a comedian, do comedy, do it properly and become a professional. Because we've seen the lives of so many people in those different professionalism that we don't become president, they don't become leaders, they don't become...
The president of Ukraine have been comedian.
Thank you. The president of Liberia, now footballer. the presidents of different other countries then get their own kind of intellectual capacity where they don't bring.
But not to just any kind of comedian or any kind footballer.
No, but true. So basically,
they make sure they put everything they succeed. But let's go to Femi. Yeah, let's go to Femi. Welcome and thank you so much for the hard work behind the scenes. But I'll ask you one intro question. You listen to Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh, Kalos, where they talk. And in parable way, the first time we all boss laugh. Like, waiting, they say APC leaders, they way then go, now they no more they go up tick, then shake the tick, but come and go for them. But then, where the other one then go, power pad, and they go, it's big lapa.
And I call Nemo, and I call Nemo. Don't say other one.
Where power SLPP go, then they go to the lapa up there, they shake all today.
And not to lapa, then they go with on a fishing net.
Fishing net, yeah. So Femi, I want for you to comment on that because since they die with laugh when you hear that behind the scenes.
Well, Juma, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
I'm not going to talk saying I so demands you because you don't add to what the man missing. The man not calling him inside to the photo.
Oh, I mean they call him.
Who know you.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it was a funny one, but on all serious notes, Juma, you know me, I'm a man that argues for we, especially in the diaspora, and it was wonderful to see somebody come and address the people of Sierra Leone both at home and in the diaspora in this kind of way. So hats off to Mr. Kaloko. Wish him all the luck. And I want to thank him for using our platform as a medium for reach the people of Sierra Leone. I think that make we self proud of what we do. We can always thank we viewers them, and it look like we are we did do something we right. So I want to thank Mr. Kaloko for giving this opportunity for broadcast a message. And as soon as I say, I know one day you broadcast in Creole. So it was great to hear our mother tongue, the thing that we were hearing. And he talked a lot about the things that we were hearing. But one of the things that really impressed me more, as soon as I say, there is no I in team. He kept on insisting, say we, and we. As a manager, I teach that to my team all the time. And something and because of what we do is live events, people get stressed. And the important thing for makes things and carry on now a team member we able for listen to instructions and follow. And but when you give instructions out, you have to be very careful when you're dealing with a team because not so you wangling. And he said it time and time again, say we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And the other thing, in Sierra Leone, we have two sets of people. Majority of us in Sierra Leone want to be the man. We want to be the face. We want to be the flag bearer. We want to be the next president. But he reminds me of a few of us out there who want to be the man behind the man where they ape for make other people and shine. For me, that is possibly the hardest thing to do, especially in a country like Kenya where we come up from. Because it's so easy for pick up the battle and say, I'm going to be the face of the party, I'm going to be the flag bearer, I'm going to be the next president. But it's really hard to say, I am going to support you to do that. We see very few of them. And one criticism of APC, I think, say the last elections, they came together too late to support their flag bearer, and hence on same dynamic with the position where they at the moment. At some time, una get for realize say, or we have to realize say, it's not for me, but it might be for Mr. Jara Jombaria, or it might be for T-Boy, or it might be for Juma. So let me back that person. In Sierra Leone, it's very hard for us to see these people. So that's one of the messages I took from the message today, that whoever wins the flag bearership will have his utmost support. And I say it's hard to see that trait in a lot of Sierra Leoneans. Those are the criticize Saloma name, but we as a people always want to be the person where they benefit the most. And we see very few people and we want to do the opposite.
And that is key, because what you would only see, some people say, okay, if not to me, all team well, all beer. Now that kind of thing. So it's a good trait as a leader. We're ready for support other people and work for them for let them day before and make sure say all my benefit. So the question I want to ask you now is a technical question on, you don't begin mention them, right? This is to, really commend the Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh in team. We work behind the scenes, because we don't try for do things in Sierra Leone, but we always get a challenge. But for you to get a team to coordinate 17 radio stations in Sierra Leone, not just in Freetown, now the remote areas of Sierra Leone within a short space of time, to make sure they all log in on time, they're able to broadcast a message on time. That's big. That is really, really big. What can you say about that for me, from a technical point of view and everything? Because
Well, it's challenging, Juma. I mean, a lot of us see things on television, we hear things on the radio, because we only press that one switch, and magic happens. What we don't understand is the work that goes behind making the entire so happen. Each and every radio station out there had to stop what their planned broadcasts were, for implement this CSO today. So it wouldn't have been an easy process. And as you say, some of these regions, they get their own challenges because they're not just based in the affluent areas of the capital city. Some are in remote areas And, really hats off to them for waiting and put together. And for Mr. Kaloko and team for actually get 17 radio stations plus us on one platform for broadcast this message. My God, that must be a serious challenge. And I'm hoping that they have achieved what they've achieved. So far, we've had, I won't say very little complaints, but we've had none. So we get any issues. So
sound,
nothing like that. So we want to thank all we partners them, because that's what these stations were today. Our partners in crime with us on something like this. So hats off to you guys. I'm a technical man, and I can imagine the stress we una go through for me this year. So happy. I know that Tibo and Juma don't say thank you, but I would like to say the same. And as Tibo say, we should possibly be able to collaborate in the future and do things like that, so allow the broadcast to the greater Sierra Leone community, both at home and abroad.
Thank you so much. I think now they come round up now, because today was an exclusive and, specifically for that, we don't analyze a little bit. Logo, I want to say thank you to Mr. Boijalo Jamboria for in time again today. And as always, let's get you last word for today. Waiting are you round up, and waiting will be your last message to viewers them and listeners them out there for today's program.
I would say everything in a simple proverb. There is a time and a reason for everything under the sun. What happened today now the beginning of a new era for Sierra Leone. It's not just about the politics involved. The fact that we were able to get all these radio stations to partner with us, send a message out with a professionalism, say, we want to see a new Sierra Leone that will operate on trust and integrity. I want that we begin to take ourselves serious as citizens of the Republic of Sierra Leone. Let we go into we in among them, examine ourselves and say, okay, now we have somebody saying what we wanted to hear. What can we do to assist that? Going back to President Kennedy's statement, don't ask what Sierra Leone has to do for you. ask yourself, what can you do for Sierra Leone? Now we have people ready to take Sierra Leone to the next level. We have the technology available. Are we online?
Yeah, we are.
Okay. We have the technology available. This platform, as we use it today, can be used to sensitize people about what they can do to contribute meaningfully to make a better Sierra Leone. So based on what we don't do today, now a new beginning. We thank God for having this opportunity. We thank the listeners for listening to this opportunity. And above all, kudos to Sierra Leone Media. You have set a new pace, and we are going to do follow-up.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mr. Boijalo Jamboya. We appreciate you as well for your advice, your guidance, and the challenge we can challenge you now. Because sometimes you can jigijaga you learn a life by you. So you can call with them question the way they ask, or then statement the way they make. The studio they shake, you know.
No, the time they talk about them and they only go up with Bende, up with the mango, take Quebec.
Quebec. Yeah.
But today na cool and calculated.
Not on papa dial for you now.
The mango for the kind of all mango.
The mango for the una shape the tick like kind of, not for just go up with a number for your waiting color for una number where they up there. But thank you so much. T-Boy, last one for today's program.
Mr. Boy don't make a laugh small because I'm thinking the way can come online I can forget. Say, hey, Mr. Boy. You can't attention with. But you see, it's all good because what it make like Mr. Boy approach, what you see is what you get. There is no two-way about it. There's no beat around the bush. He said things like that. And sometimes we need to forget that capacity for say things like that because it means not to say we disrespectful, but it means we have our own mindset, we have our own choice, we can make our own decision. We don't have to rely on you for anything, we don't have to depend on you for anything, we don't have to say you are the only thing that can make us survive. So we have to be restricted with how we say things, when we say things, and where we say things. As long as we don't disrespect you. Fact is facts, true not true. Nobody bring peace. But I want to say thank you again once more to Mr. Boijalo Jamboya, and definitely now we regular anchor. Like I say, regular anchor. Also the boat one sing with the anchor and they make no sing because definitely we call Mr. Boy, come on. One come out bad now. But your contribution has been very grateful to us, and I feel we appreciate you so much for the fact say for any time we call you, you are available. You're always there to support us. You're always there to listen to us and come up with your initiative, whether you agree with what they say or not. You make it very clear. T-Boy, what you talk to now, your opinion. But guess what? This is what it is. And that is always what we believe in. Everybody has the right to their opinion. You can take me to task if you say something that you don't agree with, and we can always get a discussion and we move forward. That is what Sierra Leone should be looking at. People with like-minded ideology, where they come together, decide and disagree, and move forward, because it's just for the betterment of Sierra Leone. We don't have to be in the same political parties. We don't have to be in the same house. We don't need to come at the same tribe. We don't need to belong to the same religion. For as long as we all have the intention to make Sierra Leone better, that should be our primary goal. But like I say, going forward, we don't open the platform to everybody. We don't set the pace, like Mr. Boy say. Others should follow, which is quite true. We are not in competition. We always like to do things differently. Naimik today, we seize the opportunity today, and we say thank you to Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh for giving the privilege for Get Harm now platform for Make and Doing Declaration. Because that privilege day comes almost once in a lifetime. And now that opportunity they will always wait for, and sometimes we go for it, we find it, we seek it, because not because we have to become or belong to anything, but we just want people to be accountable and ready for prepare for talk to the public and tell them exactly what they intend for do. That's the politics we're looking at. Sneme we don't say going forward from next year, well, Mr. Kaloko don't start the pace, we invite almost every aspirant. If we know say you have any link to the diaspora, now we chase you. The letters will be flying over very soon. So if you now aspirants, you believe, say you want for contest for any position as salon, any position or any political party, don't hesitate to reach out to us. If you hesitate for reach out to we know they hesitate for reach out to you. And if we reach out to you, you not respond, you not say yes or no, we will publicly come back and say to the world, we don't approach you for make you can't tell me what you desire for the political intention we get in a salon, and you don't refuse and you know they respond to it. It means you have something to hide. And if you don't have anything to hide, reach we or we go reach you. That's now we mantra for next year. You not reach we go reach you. And if you not reach we where we reach you, we go tell the world. And we can forget an open book policy for politicians. Then there is no more hiding place. If me and you two, they work hard in the diaspora, we need to make sure say we put money in the right place. Sometimes we can even advise you guys whether it worth it or it doesn't. Because if it worth it for you to go to Sierra Leone and invest your money in politics and you're hoping to make money back, then don't do it. Because your purpose is to go to Sierra Leone and get involved in politics to help the people who need that help and support, not to take away from them. So if you get you money, you get you us, not sell more, because not to collateral for like you go make more millions than salon. And if you do, we get for set up your own commission of inquiry. It's separate. It's separate because that means we chase you out and ask you how you spend your money. If you not get that integrity, they'll go rob and pay you, make a rob off your entire generation, because we have to stop some of these things. If we don't, it's going to be business as usual. So I want to say thank you to the YouTubers, thank you to the Facebookers. Unfortunately, I did not go to the YouTube. I think most of them questioned them where them is supposed for they ask Mr. Kaloko, we don't answer some of them. So I know better for go down again and repeat the same question then, because I'll be the what the question them I'll also be the follow the track of waiting that the discussion will be the go on there. But I want to say thank you to all for listening. Today's another program where we bring council now, not to be regular day for the broadcast on Wednesday. But like we always say, subscribe to us, join us, like our page so you'll be informed at any time we can live. Election year is coming next year. You might be surprised to make it say Tiboy de Kurubola. Juma, I'm live at Kamakwe Kabbalah broadcasting from Freetown. You will not be surprised because it is going to be possible. So no wait me and tell you. It's going to be a very interesting politics this year coming, and it's going to be interactive. Nothing nugget for daily, una nugget for no. For as long as we are still alive and strong and able, we'll bring you the best of politics in Sierra Leone and una continue for January. So thank you very much from me, and over to you back, Juma.
Thank you so much. Let's send them over to Femi for a last word for today's program.
Well, guys, what can I say? We are not going to say before. I want to thank Mr. Kaloko and his team for, again, for choosing we for this wonderful message we can broadcast. I want to thank Mr. Boy Jamboya for being with us today and being with us all the time. Supports we, they draw we yes, we not do right, they kick up the backside. Oh, sorry, I'm not for say that we're there on national television. for kick we when we not do what we supposed for do, for encourage we when things are hard, for being a mentor to us and not to just for today, for forever and a day. Want to thank all of our listeners. Them today we gain a few additional listeners, them not necessarily on Facebook or YouTube, but on the radio waves of Sierra Leone. So we want to thank you guys. Unawe Nodo Yeri from we before. Welcome to the Sierra Gem family. This is one big community with the tribe for bill of Sierra Leoneans. So una join we, una spread the word, una tell people and say one guy named Juma with one guy named T-Boy, and they talk about but sometimes they will make una laugh, so una calm. But more important, then they tell the truth and they don't care how the truth sound. That's really they make with they gain friends, with they gain enemies, but we're not afraid for tell the truth. So we want to thank our viewers and our listeners for joining us today. I think we last show this. Oh no, we get one more show before the year done. So una join we next week for we New Year's show them. New Year's Eve show them, and spread the word so that we go get more and more people who go to listen to it and they can join the conversation. If una use we platform, as soon as see una follow Mr. Kaloko in footsteps, it una contact we, and we've always said our platform is open to all Sierra Leoneans, no matter who that you be or which you represent. As long as it's positive for Sierra Leone, we're happy to come and discuss and debate if necessary with you, because we believe say information is key. We need for passing the information to all Sierra Leoneans, not just the selected few with the claim the mangotique in the under the lapa, as Mr. Kaloko say. We want shake the mangotique, eh? We want shake the mangotique so the mango them all go for them, you know. And as we previous Prime Minister of the UK say, it go trickle down to the grassroots of the country. Until the next show, I'm going to say goodbye for me, and I'm going to pass this over to Juma. Juma, thank you.
Thank you so much, Femi. So, Sierra Media team, Femi, T-Boy, and of course, with special anchor for today, or analyst, Mr. Boijalo Jamboria. We say thank you to Una, and we want to extend with thanks and appreciation to Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh, Kalos, where they run for the APC National Chairmanship position, and also to in team, you know, in entire team across the country, we work tirelessly for make sure, say, the help we put together a successful program. Also, we get the opportunity as a platform for interview. I think it's the first interview where Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh don't do, you know, for this particular position. So it's a honor for Sierra Media, and also for where it show Sierra Leoneans where one for aspire for position, how for engage your community. Say you can use social media, you can use technology to engage and reach far and wide. You don't need to fight with people. He believe in that, and he put so much money in team, because it wasn't free. I want you to know that, not from us, but to the other platforms them. You know, the 17 radio stations. You know what it's like? For make sure, say you buy airtime for 2 hours now, every radio station, 17 radio stations, for make sure, say, they listen to your message, because he believe in what he get for say, so then say put your money usa you must day. So thank you to him team, and we want to say thank you to all the radio stations them we agree for broadcast, because this is politics. We have seen situation where people they go their money then go pay last minute. Somebody can say, well, we get orders from above. They say, you know, for for broadcast. You know, so, but for whether radio stations, they also open them platforms them for listen to, for let them get them listeners them for listening to Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh message. So we thank them. Yes, Femi.
Juma, I know I make you forget, but you know, the greater team where people are not can see, especially the CIGM team with this salon as well for the contribution.
Awesome. Thank you for that reminder. So definitely to the producers, the DJs, the people that we help, you know, everything, the finance people and at the radio stations, and therefore make sure, say, we are this to the whole country. We appreciate you very much. And T-Boy, Femi don't say, CIGM Media, you see 3 of us here all the time, but CIGM Media is a proper institution. We have staff in Sierra Leone. We have office in Sierra Leone. We have staff that are doing work there. They're doing research. That they produce program and they do everything. So they were there live to make sure that we get Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh live on air. So they've done a good job. We want to say thank you to them as well. And to we listeners, you know, both on Facebook and YouTube, we say thank you to Una. And we want to encourage Una, let Una continue for watch we, and let we work together for build this platform. I just want to say happy holidays to Una, you know, to the Christians. We want to say Merry Christmas. To the other one, we know to Christians, where they observe the holiday or where they support, we want to say happy holidays to you. And we will make sure, say, we're going to be with you here again next week for we end of year program by God power and then lead into 2023. But go back and listen to Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh, a message. Listen. You go ask a question, and possibly other person will come to you. You go ask themselves questions the way sometimes Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh don't cover. Well, let you see, wait, whether you want for vote for, whether you don't want for vote for. The power in your hand. We don't say you vote, now you life. And Sierra Media believe say true heart for talk, but now no more they bring peace. On behalf of the team, me Jumaba, they say tata.
Face, fresh start, the people that Sabiam, and a young man will believe say all comrades for up votes and benefits by APC business because APC now for we all. Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh, where people can call Kalos, he dey go for the APC National Chairman, and he say he go make sure say the APC flag bearer be the next president in 2023. For men babuna by Sababu, but for dance bubu, na by Kabulu.
APC for your mintae, APC for your mintae, APC for your mintae. Yeah, Supabo, Aya, Lego.
Bonga na nyo, chenja ngunge bai, eninga twala wongo. Inkolo ngelonga kanga nunu, milabu, enkolo Hollanda, APC bonga. Mwankongo kala APC, alana mihanga, Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh, ningata wimbala, Kalos. Ale longa kukpona hanga, APC National Chairman. Okia kela, nuna alo APC hanga, tawimba flag biara, election diaba, apena ha winning gobo fosa. Ami APC supporter, election diaba kehin. Kona kela ngolo Honda peleun, benge. Bubu bia, mihepe biange yo.
Supabo, Supabo, Aya, Lego.
Owe derdufu kutipikufu afmantaroko owaduru ni oyela nekpai ankomribe ayetukufof kama munafa kurkan APC business APC tata sube Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh afmantila Kalos otitima ta APC National Chairman opaye otininkepa APC flag bearer oyo next president ka 2023 karusum ko to tasa sababu kereka tomo ombubu tasa kabudu
Supabo, Aya, Lego.
Yeso labango, yeso hentingo, funo fala, jama ongari. Sagata andudo el komri, ko ujete e hunduko ko anda e APC business. Fionu APC ko fimeng info, kono wadi omo benat Abdul Kareem Kalokoh, ko wadi beno dirimo Kalos, imoyande APC National Power Map beon. Ibe holy 2020-2023 baito munyike olamoto kone ata demu ko sabu ko amata bubu ko kabudu.
Supabo, Aya, Lego.
Gama ni ninda ponya di mukbe mugi golo to da boyo ngingo me angela gola nukbele alaja lo APC ndi yama e beneficium beva se APC imukbele va Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh na ninga tato akalos e ma ilo APC national samaiva so ye I make sure lo numuna tulo kulu magma APC tato flag bia ye e wota gbima mu mulu ejiba 2023 golo makele sababu mia kebu lu egale ba ka kabudu lo
Face, fresh start, the people that Sabiam, and a young man will believe say all comrades for up votes and benefits by APC business because APC now for we all. Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh, where people can call Kalos, he dey go for the APC National Chairman, and he say he go make sure say the APC flag bearer be the next president in 2023. For men babuna by Sababu, but for dance bubu, na by Kabulu.
APC for your mintae, APC for your mintae, APC for your mintae. Sukwabo. Aya. Let go.
Ngonga na nyo, chenja ngunga ibai, eninga twala wongo. Inkolo ngelonga kanga nunu, milabu, enkolo Hollanda, APC bonga. Mwa kongo kala APC, alana mihanga, Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh, ninga tawimbala, Kalos. Ale longa kukpona hanga, APC National Chairman. Okia kela nuna alo APC hanga tawimba flag biara, election diaba, apena ha iwini ngobo fosa. Ami APC supporter, election diaba kehin. Kona kela ngolo Honda peleun, benge. Bubu bia, mihepe biange yo.
Sukwabo, Sukwabo, yeah, Sukwabo, Sukwabo. Aya, let go.
Owe derdufu kutipiku afmantaroko owaduru ni oyela nekpai ankomribe ayetukufof kama munafa kurkan APC business APC tata sube Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh afmantila Kalos otitima ta APC National Chairman opai otininkepa APC flag bearer oyo next president ka 2023 karusum ko to tasa sababu kereka tomo ombubu tasa kabubu
Sukwabo. Aya, let go.
Yeso labango, yeso hentingo, funo fala, jama ngari. Sagata andudo el komri, ko ujete e hunduko ko anda e APC business. Fionu APC ko fimeng info, ko no ade omo benat Abdul Kareem Kalokoh, ko wadi beno dirimo Kalos, imoya ande APC National Power Map on. Ibe holy 2020-2023 baito munyike olamoto kone ata demu ko sabu ko amata bubu ko kabudu.
Now we on party. Yeah, Sukwabo. Aya, let go.
Gama ni ninda ponya di mukpe mugi golo to da poyo ngingo me angela gola nupele alaja lo APC ndi yama e beneficium beva se APC imupelo va Mr. Abdul Kareem Kalokoh na ninga tato akalos ema ilo APC national sama va so ye I make sure lo numuna tulo kulu magma APC tato flag biaye e o tagbima mu mulwe giva 2023 golo makele sababu mia ke bu le gale ba ka kabudu lo
My country, baby. It's a long. Now we're going Cloud Diamond.
Sweet alone, what a beautiful love. We fall like onto the bone, cause if it went, Usa we go. Sweet alone, what a beautiful love. We fall like onto the bone, cause if it well, Usa we go. Everybody me say well done. If we all this country so strong, everybody me say stand up. If you like salon, say yeah. Then say yeah. Then say yeah. So good in the morning, the land is just gloomy, the moon is going, the cloud is forming, the cocks are crowing, dew is falling, the bags are coming, everybody running inside Switzerland today. The land is yummy, see the mommy they cooking fufu, the party smoking cigarettes, Rajo they watch baby musu, we they find out the countries, right in West Africa, on the Atlantic Ocean. Inside this land, so much I can boast of. Look at the good plantation from the beach. I get meditation. Make me not well this nation. I get L-O-V-E for me alone. Yeah, for me alone. Love is alone, sweet alone. What a beautiful love. We fall like onto the bone, cause if it went, Usa we go. Sweet alone, what a beautiful love. We fall like onto the bone, cause if it well, Usa we go. Everybody me say well done. If we all this country so strong, everybody me say stand up. If you like salon, say yeah. Then say yeah. Then say yeah.
I know L-O-V-E, Sierra Leone.
I see fine gold. So that we make count for the young and old. I'm in for let we serve, help we serve. I see you come for the bars, you want for boot chest. Peace, love, and unity, now in for boot fest. For the jealousy and grudge, or that don't make sense. Togetherness is one, but wait for we success. So get up and go walk, I see down for the top. I criticize the government just for mix up. But start on the pain, so we need for put stop. Time for hustle for you all, no matter how you struggle the bone. This life without pain, not easy, not in the zone. Just forget to live in who myself can go slow. We like to say I go, I never forget about this home.
Sweets alone, what a beautiful love. We fall like onto the bone, cause if we well, whose side we go. Sweets alone, what a beautiful love. We fall like onto the bone, cause if we well, whose side we go. Everybody missing welcome, if we own the storms, we so strong. Everybody missing stand up, if you like salon, say yeah. Then say yeah. Say, sweet alone how we own. Each and every one God take care of his own. We all remember say, this country now we own. Each and every one will take care of us alone. I will exalt thee, realm of the free. Great is the love where I get for so long. I got enough track of one for maintain this my land. No matter the situation, I get love for so long. I got enough every day, no day, play, place in a picking go school, make it go land the boo. I don't owe me all like farmer, put the country pattern for any attack, me the way me boo. I got enough every day, no day, play, place in a picking go school, make it go land the boo. I don't owe me all like farmer, put the country pattern for any attack, me the way me boo. Sweets alone, what a beautiful love. We fall like onto the bone, cause if it well, whose side we go. Sweets alone, what a beautiful love. We fall like onto the bone, cause if it well,